Bat troll.
Oh wait, it's starting up.
Attitude?
Wait for the at the end, and then we'll start the stream again. Yeah. Is your mic plugged in?
Yes.
Okay. Someone's gotta talk.
Nope.
It's not gonna be me.
Rude. Just threw me under the bus.
Yeah. the
Go,
bus of
puppet.
my
Be the
love.
talking man. Yeah.
Isn't that what puppets are like supposed to do?
I mean, yeah.
Talk?
Yeah.
Move?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are octopuses supposed to do?
Clap.
Yeah. I can do that. Hello everybody, welcome to the August 25th. Wow, I'm really far ahead. I want my toys I ordered. Welcome to the April stream. I forget how far we are. I think this is 6. 6. And we got 2 more. And we should have enough to fill those last 2. Yay! I see Xander's excited because they're first.
Yeah. It's art time.
God, I do not want a musical intro. Please,
Wow.
no.
That'd be mine.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We're here, we're doing art. Well, she's doing art. I'm doing stupid.
art. I'm sorry. The point where I am a big enough streamer to make, like, to actually have, like, an intro or something like that, I'm quitting.
No.
I ain't doing that. I ain't getting that big now. Nah.
Yeah,
I show up and draw things.
A lot of people commission having their little like musical thing in the beginning.
Yeah, and I don't wanna. Also, I'm so, like, everything on here I made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so anal about, like, customizing everything. I don't even think I could do it.
Get a perfectly done commission, and as soon as you get it, you just pitch shift it a bit so it can sound like it's coming out of a ratty ass speaker.
Nah.
Haunted mall ass intro.
Bro, if I did commission music, I would be commissioning haunted like mall ass music.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely your vibe. The sounds of a closed Sears from down the wing. The remains of a Toys R Us.
I tired him out. He was off today.
I am an EPVP. It was a Sunday, and
We had a big breakfast.
we did, and we had a nice chill day. Did some laundry, and it's been a pretty good day.
It's 420.
It's 420 as well. For those who celebrate.
National holiday.
True.
God, I fucking wish. That would be cool. At least it's something good.
Yeah, right?
Relatively.
Actual Freedom Day, 420.
Yeah.
Or was it Liberation Day?
Yeah. It was, wasn't it?
Liberate yourself from the stupidity of your daily life.
Liberate yourself from your belongings.
Yeah.
So wasn't one guy say, like,
Do not,
you lose some money. What is money? It's nothing.
do not become attached to your filthy lucre, or you will come to resent its absence.
Legit. We take gummies sometimes, so we got some gummies here, and I was getting low on mine. He's got some drink mix. So I was like, oh, well, why don't we stop by there on the way back from where we went? And we get there, and there's a fucking wait line. And I'm like, no, I'll get it when it's not 420, thank you.
They're literally like, we're at capacity, so you can sit and wait out in the front entrance.
I was like, no.
There was
I don't wanna.
There was quite literally a fucking food truck out in front of the building.
That was funny.
Smart planning. I'm surprised the Girl Scouts weren't there too.
But like, I can go there any day, and there's just like 1 or 2 people. I don't need to do it on 420. I just happened to notice we were low on mine, so I was like, yeah, let's go get one. And I do like 1 maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, if that, really.
We're just not adventurous. Hell, for a little bit there, we just had the sodas.
My gummies are apparently, like, according to everyone else, very weak. Because I don't like to get really high. I just like to get snuggly and warm. And take a really nice nap.
We tried these ones that were little, like, brownie kind of things. Little 1-bite treat. And they were pretty nice.
Yeah, they have CBD soda.
Yeah. Yeah, we have those.
That was the first one we had. We've also got powders, chocolates, foods. I use gummies. Lots of things so that you don't have to smoke or vape it, which we are not fucking doing.
Yeah. Yeah, so like here in Illinois, it is perfectly legal. Do to your heart's content. Don't drive.
As long as you like go to the, places that allow it. And the place we have is actually like, it's got double doors. So there's a vestibule that they check your IDs in, and then they let you go in, and none of the stuff is on the shelves, only the boxes and descriptions, and then you order what you want to get, and you have to pay in cash. So it's a lot of extra work.
Yeah. Because there's still a lot of stupid crap in place, but they're like, look, it's legal, you just have to follow the rules and show that you're an adult, just like if you had alcohol.
I actually like that it's in like a dedicated place with dedicated people, because like we were in a state where I think it just got like decriminalized or something. It
was still illegal, but they just weren't going to prosecute you for it unless you were doing something stupid.
Yeah, but we hadn't actually partaken. I had some like THC gummies. They just helped me sleep or something like that back then. But so we had no idea. We were both little nerds who don't really do anything illegal. So we had no idea really like where to start, what would be a good idea, all that stuff. So it was nice having like a dedicated, team that knew what they were selling, and we could ask questions ahead of time. Could walk us through the process of even just buying it and tell us what we might like according to like what we wanted to do. Because we didn't want to get like super high or anything. We were just like, yeah, we want to try it out and maybe get giggly or something.
Yeah. And like we tried the one that was just like a little single bite brownie kind of thing, and that shit was way too much. That was literally, congrats, you're in third person for a couple hours, and it lasted for what, almost 2 days.
That was annoying.
That was not fun. Wasn't enjoyable, so we didn't do that anymore.
I actually don't even like to drink, so I don't even really care.
Yeah.
I mean, I can drink. I don't really like the taste of it. And I don't really like to be drunk, because it makes me feel like I have a cold, and that's not fun. I don't really like to be extra inebriated in most ways, and when we do have stuff, I only have it here alone with my husband. Because I trust his ass. For now.
For meow?
For now.
Only for meow. But yeah, for the most part, it's like, it's fine. We just don't smoke or vape kind of thing, because we're supposed to have allergies. So that's kind of...
We both just die.
Just start hacking, but it's not because of the fucking strength of the weed, it's just because we both have allergies and we're dying.
Bro, I got sensory issues. I wouldn't die, but I would be getting upset from just the excess of smell alone. I don't even like candles. I don't like smells being stronger than they have to. It makes me anxious. Why am you anxious?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And for a lot of people, that's much, like, that's preferred anyways, because you'd rather just be, like, comfortably glazed and have a nice time.
And if it's legal in your state, there probably is a store that will help you walk through what you might want.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they had, like, they have that with the alcohol. Like, the alcohol place, there's people who work there that you can chat with. But, like, I do wish that was more of an option. If people worked in a place longer because they had benefits and stuff and they didn't need to jump from job to job just to survive, we probably have better places to buy things.
Yeah. That really is the thing. Like, having somebody that works in a spot so they get skilled at it is... It's so fucking vital. Like, it's just such a basic fucking principle. But so many of these companies now, it's like, yeah, we got a 60% turnover rate. That's not bad. It's like, the fuck you mean? They don't even know how the damn register works half the time. How are they going to be good at, like, saying what the product is like or figuring out what somebody wants? They're not. And they're certainly not going to care.
I wouldn't care. This is just a temporary job. Why would I care enough to have any, you know, say or need to remember what all this stuff is? It's not gonna benefit me to be here longer.
Yeah. They did an interview with one of the higher ups in Costco, and it was just like, you know, if you have a sign that says, like, we don't treat people like the product kind of thing, then you can't just go turn right around and treat your own people like shit, because that would be stupid.
I would personally go with edibles. Feel free to, like, ask about what things might do, because different highs do different things.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, I personally prefer just, like, the gummies, or the little chewables, because that is a very controllable amount that you will react the same to, more or less.
Mm. The one soda that we had, because there was one that was, like, basically a margarita, that was very enjoyable. And then there was the one that was different flavor one. That one was pretty nice. But, like, I have my little drink powders, so, like, if you like the, you know, G Fuel or Gamer Subs kind of thing, like, that works out really well for me. And it's, you know, it's a fine mouthfeel that I can deal with. It doesn't have, like, a weird aftertaste or things like that. And I can just mix it into my soda stream, and that's great.
Did you do that today? Weren't you gonna?
I forgot. I could, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll make sure you won't die.
I'm about out of my drink anyway, so I'll make myself one.
And then maybe we'll make you sleepy, and after this we can coyote go.
Oh yeah, they'll absolutely complain about company loyalty. And, you know, from, like, when we were in Virginia, that was an at-will state.
Mm-hmm.
So not only could you quit on a dime, but they could fire you on a dime. And boy, let me tell you, I'm sure they overuse that one comparatively.
And if, like, if you quit on a dime, they could probably still just tell the people you go to work for. Like, they give you, like, a bad review. This person will just quit.
They're actually not allowed to by law.
Okay, that's good at least.
They're allowed to say whether or not they would hire you again. That's, like, the most amount of questioning they can really ask.
Oh, Paul, can you make me a drink, please?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Let me get yours first. Then,
Oh, you don't gotta. I'll take the warmer water.
You're warm water.
I just forgot before the stream. This could look cuter. Rude. Stop.
I love
No one's redeemed a bother.
That was for me.
Okay.
That was a minute's wife for fun.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You love when I menace you.
I do. If you're gonna try any, like, substance new, though, try it with, people who you trust and in an enclosed, controlled environment, I would say. Because you never know when shit might go around. Paul, when you're done, I gotta pet you.
Huh?
When you're done, I gotta pet you.
Heck yeah. But yeah, that's why we had the one
That's
edible
not
while we were at home, because that way if it went wobbly, you know, we were at home and it was fine.
Yeah.
And it did, but we were here, so it was all good. We just laid down and slept for a while.
Yeah. Naps.
Wife, the queen of naps.
I am not the queen. You're the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to pet you. Yeah. There you go. You smell nice.
Thank you.
I'm having trouble with this hand.
Because it's a bat. It should be claws.
I don't want to do claws. I want to do something cute. That's pretty cute. I like that. And then we'll just color the edges.
Draw them like Homestuck.
It's actually somewhat difficult to like design plushies because you have to figure out which one to simplify.
I imagine you have to like figure out what you can simplify while still maintaining the elements of the character, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Plus,
and
like,
cuteness.
Yeah. Plus, like, design.
That's more essential.
Yeah, they're gonna make them relatively simple, but like seams and shapes of the body and stuff are important. Because sometimes you have a decent design, but it's just not made well, like that one lamb that we saw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like the U2s are better than the actual Cult of the Lamb merch as far as plushie goes. Mm-hmm. If they put out a goat, I would consider getting it. I really want a little Nari plushie.
Yeah. Just a little three-eyed fucking goblin.
I don't want him full-size. I want him as a sad little villager.
No, I want
preferably in a maid outfit.
I want him to look like a three-eyed Uni.
No. They don't match the lamb.
You know Uni, the little cat?
No.
I want it with 3 eyes.
Too bad.
Nari. Nari's just a funny little guy. He's just a silly little idiot.
There's a suit?
Hmm? What?
Is it a Cult of a Lamb suit?
Hmm.
I know they have that little hoodie blanket thing.
I wouldn't be against it. What would it be? Like purple underliner or something?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
I'll have to look it up later. Step 1, add fruit juice.
I wish I could have been part of that wedding. That would have been fun. We didn't get to have a wedding. If I was going to have a wedding, it'd probably be something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll have you dressed as goat so you can scream.
Ah! You're the goat.
Yeah.
Out of the two of us, you're the goat. Don't even lie.
It's fun to scream. Sometimes you just gotta let the yellies out.
Oh, the mascot outfit. Oh, okay. No, that thing's cute. I've been seeing that since they first started doing stuff, because it was out there dancing with other mascot outfits and cosplayers for Devolver Digital. Looking extra derpy.
I'm extra derpy.
I like it that they have a little thing they can put on so its eyes will bleed. That's pretty cute.
Is it just Velcro?
Yeah, I assume. They can also put the eyes back, and sometimes they specifically put them back in facing the wrong way. It's very cute.
As you should.
Fat.
Yes?
I'm making a little thing fat. Plus, she should be fat and cute. They should not be accurate.
Alright, we let that calm down a minute so it won't explode all fizzy waves.
What are you doing over there?
Doing the powder.
Oh, okay.
The powder in the soda.
I thought you were grilling something. I heard the, like, crackles.
Yeah.
I was like, is he making tofu or bacon?
Yeah, I'm making tofu.
Making tofu without me?
Oh yeah,
like no tofu?
Like I wouldn't bring it over to you.
I was like, that'd be super mean. At least put some in the fridge, I'll eat it later.
Hmm?
At least put some in the fridge, I'll eat it later. Just a cube or two.
No, I would bring it over and feed it to you with toothpicks.
No! That'd be so embarrassing.
It's like when you're giving somebody grapes, it's just toothpicks for you. Gotta feed the artist. Treat them right.
That's not how you feed the artist.
Totally is.
No, it's not.
Make some fried tofu. It's a special little treat for them. Remember, it's a sometimes treat, just like the Eggies. They can only have it a little bit.
They should put the mascot outfit in the game as like a decoration. Or have it be like a costume. Like it's just in those proportions. with the weird eyes, so it looks like the one Miku mascot outfit that they've been like parodying forever.
That, or have it be like, you know how you have the little loudspeaker thing that's like for conversion?
Yeah!
Instead of that,
have a little meetup.
Have like a little mascot there to convert people.
I would have that in my game. That would be a cute little background element.
Build a little theme park. It'll help recruit people to your cult.
Well, I figured it'd be like one of those like handshake picture ops things. Picture with the lamp. Maybe it's got like those things that you put your face through to take pictures.
Yeah, those.
It's like the bishops.
See, I was thinking the stocks. You were thinking the bishops. That's both are funny.
That would be a cute way to redo the stocks.
You stick your head through for a picture, so it looks like the lamb is indoctrinating you. Isn't that adorable? We do that, but like, this is a comedic way to show it. Like, whoa.
I don't think it would hit you that fast, huh?
Huh? No. Barrender. How do you like that? Bah.
That's what their shitting would be called.
And this is our offspring, Blaspheme. Spelled like a white lady. What was that one that was from today's like Sunday news? It was like Kimberly, but it was like KYM.
It was something weird, man.
It was like, bruh, stop.
It's a tragedy.
Aaron.
Aaron, present. That thing made me laugh so fucking hard, because that's basically where I grew up. Hell, I have a sister who has a name like that. It's spelled wrong.
Crystal.
No, it's Elise. It's not spelled the way Elise is usually spelled.
Honestly, I've never really put much thought into how Elise
It's
would be
usually a
spelled.
shortening for Alicia.
I've never even heard that.
Yeah. That's what she got told, that's why we know.
Huh. I've heard of Felicia.
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
At my school, they had a Precious Peoples. That was her full name. She was the like class president one year. Good for her.
There was I had a coworker at one place named Felicia. So when they were,
And you hated her.
when they were no longer there, it was just like, bye, Felicia. Yeah, she was not well received. The going out in front of customers to yell at a person and at me, like, and in front of the customer was the main thing. It was just like, don't do that in public in front of everybody. That's really shitty. What's wrong with you?
She made me cry and leave.
Like, this is a fucking retail job. It is not that serious. They're like, okay, don't do that in front of the customer. That's really rude. You're treating people like they're children. Stop it. It's just like, what the fuck?
The smallest amount of power that goes to people's heads.
Oh god, doesn't it? There was that one guy when I was working at Lowe's that was that way. He was just so up his own arse, and he was just so fucking useless. And there was one day, like, it had been a really rough day anyways, and he was, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done this? It's like, that was like the one time I fucking blew up at him. I was just like, because I've been doing this and this and this and this and this, and you haven't even been out here. So I'm a little tired, and I haven't gotten to it. That motherfucker, he left not long after that, too.
That's an interesting question. I'd have to think about that. What do you think's the thing Narendra hates the most about Ewan?
When he's being a smug little shit instead of just answering a question
I don't know,
seriously.
I think they like that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like it when he doesn't open up to him. And he's just
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah, he hates that. There you go. That Owen masks so damn much.
yeah, don't mask to me, ooh. Like, don't mask to me, lamb. I know
Don't
your inner thoughts.
speak to me the way that you speak to those peasants. But like Narendra put a lot of trust in Owen, so of course he wants them to like
Yeah.
put trust in them. And to not receive that, it's indignance, if anything.
It's just rude.
But also they like care about them or whatever, yeah.
Care about their dumb ass.
I think Owen might be the fact that Narendra wants them to unmask.
You wanna...
Favorite thing is I believe that like they see a lot within each other, but then and they're both very alone, broken people. But then after that confession and like they I love yous, it's more like two broken people who hold each other up, and that's what they like most about each other.
Yeah.
They're there to support each other. And they love each other.
And Owen's soft, fluffy ass.
Thighs.
Owen, what's your favorite thing about Nari? Teeth.
Teeth. Teeth. All.
Nari's is like...
Pathetic.
No, that's you.
No, Owen likes that too.
I like that. I like that in that. What? Nothing.
Well, if they're pathetic and they're under their control, they can't lead now, can they? They want someone as pathetic as they are.
Mutton chops, yeah.
Oh yeah, he loves the legs. I was actually thinking of doing a comic where like God Narendra is like, can you believe how easily mortals are swayed by hips and a pretty smile? And then when like that day that he becomes mortal, he looks up at her and he's like, oh my god, hips pretty.
Did you believe how easily these mortals are swayed? Master, your crown is set to Owen's ass 24/7.
Yeah.
It's quite hypnotic.
Yeah. You ever seen those videos of the like sheep walking down the road and they got the big floopy butts? That's how Owen walks.
You know those type of sheep are actually more like a camel. Those are kind of like a camel's hump almost. So they just have big fat butts.
And they cannot lie.
You know what'd be funny to see? Would be to see like Owen drawing as different types of sheep. I think that'd be neat.
If I had the time for it, sure.
You know, like the fluffy ones with the black face, and then like the ones with the big curly ears, the dump truck ones. All of those would be really funny.
Maybe I'll do a thing where people can ask for specific species of sheep.
It'd be a fun style study, I imagine.
Species of sheep. Do 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 do. Talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, talking about it.
That one that the lady showed off that was like the show sheep with the looking like the softest motherfucker you've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
But had like the little sheared leggies, so it made it look like it was all just
I love
one long.
little sheared leggings. They're so cute.
Just this precious little like precious moments, Owen, but they say the most fucking profane ass things when they open their mouth. It's true.
He's down with the thickness.
Fighting game where Owen's special attack is just Peach Bomber.
Oh no, they're fast. They'll like zip under your legs because they're so damn short and like cut your fucking gooch in half. And while you're down on the ground, they'll go back around and like stab you in the kidney.
Luscious guillotine.
Yes. See, that's the non-fatal stuff.
See, that's why they take out your Achilles tendons, so you can get low enough for them to luscious guillotine you. They got legs, but they're short. That's motherfucker.
Oh, dang it.
You and me.
Yeah.
She says that as she's bapping at my chest.
You are very dense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you sink in the pool.
Yeah. I do, chat. Just see little bubbles in the water and then I just walk out the other end of the pool. I do not float.
I float without any effort.
She do. Wife just bobs in place. Me,
I would survive in the ocean. It's a skill issue for y'all.
Me spinning my wife because she floats.
You did.
I did. I'm allowed it once.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I do. I just sink like a fucking rock.
Alright, before I start this one, I am going to go to the bathroom and go piss girl.
I will be here doing a little wiggle dance.
I'm thick in the body and dense in the head. Shut up, Paul. Entertain me.
She's whack. Illegal. She's whapping at me. See, that's why you have to be empty-headed, because then it'll help with your buoyancy. Helps counteract the denseness. It doesn't, but I can pretend. But let's see. Tomorrow is a Monday, so the plan is... Oh, of course, an ad starts right as I say that. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'll wait until the ad ends so I can say that. But, yeah. Plan is to stream on Monday, I believe. I think that's just going to be a normal day. Let me check. Yep, that'll be a normal day. So, should be a stream on Monday. So, that being said, the idea is, and I'm going to test things out after stream. I still have 2 seconds. Alright, I'll wait a minute. But, yeah, so it should be a regular stream on Monday. That'll be a gaming stream for folks who don't know. The Saturday and Sunday is usually the Patreon request rewards.
Cleaning out my ears.
Ah, hi wife, welcome back.
I don't know if you heard that.
I did, they probably didn't.
Good.
But I got to hear you making saucy noises, and that's always fun.
What counts as saucy noises?
Things coming out of you that I got wooga at. Which is most things, really.
Sounds dirty. Things coming out of you. I ain't into that. Wonk.
Alright, but yeah, so Monday, I'm going to test it out off stream. But I'm going to try Aaron Shore on stream. That is the one that is a single player MMO. Where the AI in the game, and not Gen AI, actual AI, pretends to be other players in said game. And it looked like a lot of fun, so I did get it because it was on sale. And I will be trying that on Monday. Also, the wife is back.
Hello!
Oh, Bard. Wisconsin, near us, somebody was advertising their local ale, and it was called MAGA Tears.
Based.
I'm sure I'm saying it right, but let me make sure it is. Aaron Shore. There we go. Aaron Shore. It is essentially a single player MMO. And it will pretend to be people in there, so you can, like, people will join up with you to go do quests, and, like, you can trade with the NPCs and things.
Do they talk to you?
They can. You'll see, like, a chat window. Yeah, the whole thing is it's, you know, it's .hack, but if they actually did the MMO part of .hack. So, it looked really fun. Relatively cheap. It was, like, 18 bucks. But looks to be one of those, like, weird experience games. So, I thought I'd give it a go. Especially because, you know, while I would get back into Final Fantasy XIV, until switching over to an AMD computer, I still have an NVIDIA graphics card, and I don't want to risk it fucking blowing up again from playing Final Fantasy XIV. So, holding off on that until that situation changes. Because they've basically stated, yeah, it's been a bug that can happen for however many years since the 30 series of NVIDIA cards came out. We're not going to bother to fix it. So, yeah. Bumblebee scrotum.
Do they have scrotums?
I thought they're all ladies, so wouldn't it be a gooch?
There is like a male bee, just like there's a male ant. There's just not a lot of them.
Yeah. Be like bee labia. Bee drippings! That would be if it was like some weird bee VTuber that did like OnlyFans.
Let's not.
It would be like a honey scented body wash or something. Is that Ace Attorney wife?
Probably. I don't have my headphones on. I just set up chill music and let it go.
So probably.
I'm surprised no one hides like jump scares in those or something.
Well, the thing is, they would be immediately downvoted all to hell and reported for being a cunt.
I guess.
But a lot of people use like the that kind of music for doing work and stuff like that, or for backgrounds and streams. So, like, you don't want to fuck that up because people would just, you know.
This looks so creepy, doubled up.
Yeah. Because, like, you know, one of the major metrics on YouTube is watch time, like how much of a video that you watch, like percentage-wise. And with a lot of these playlists, like music stuff, most of those are gonna be like the whole fucking thing. So if you have a jump scare in there somewhere, that's gonna fucking tank your percentage, and YouTube recommends based off of that percentage.
What if you like start an ARG through it and just like put hidden messages in there, like for 13 seconds in the like 3-hour lo-fi beats to sleep to, there's like a numbers station or some shit.
That'd be a really clever way to do that.
Exactly.
Because like most people would either A, not notice at all, or B, start being like, hey yo, what's going on with this thing? And then everybody else would start piling into their videos.
And then everyone would do videos about that, and then everyone would do lo-fi videos with that in there, and it would keep going forever.
The cycle of stupidity.
And people would get pissy that now all the like lo-fi to sleep to videos, they can't sleep to them. No one do that now. I'm just gonna cause a crash in the whole fucking system.
Lo-fi video to existential dread.
That's in there. It's probably full of Yume Nikki shit.
It's just Silent Hill, the sounds of torment down the hall. The fear of the next door neighbor.
I could see that.
For you Silent Hill 4 enjoyers, here's my next door neighbor's a bit fucking weird. Why is there a hole in my bathroom?
Hey, his neighbors were normal.
No, I mean the song is talking about the guy that stays in his room all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Yep, that's what he looked for.
Yeah, that's specifically the only reason why I was looking at it, because if it had a whiff of fucking Gen AI, I would have never touched the thing.
Yeah, that sucks that, like, if you want to make, like, an AI for your thing through actual programming and work and not stealing everything, now you gotta be like, no, I swear it's not this.
And they specifically stated that. That was one of the big things that caught my attention, was them outright saying, fuck that shit, we don't use it, we did ours the smart way.
Which sucks, because, like, the stupid AI fad is fairly new. It's only been, what, like, a few years it got really big. Like, it was post-NFT.
Yeah.
So, but, like, that's probably, if you're making a larger game or a single person making a game, that might have been your whole production time. And you started it with that concept of the AI thing you wanted to do. That's not Gen AI. Now you're fucked, because everyone thinks it's that, even though you worked hard on this thing all by yourself.
Yeah, you have to specifically say, you're like, no, didn't do that. No, we don't support that, and all this stuff.
That would suck.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I do appreciate them, like, actively saying, like, no, we don't do that. Yeah.
And then someone, like, want to use...
NVIDIA.
Okay. Like, they wanted to use it for their NPC dialogue?
Yeah, it was NVIDIA. They made a big stink about, like, you can use the NVIDIA chatbot thingy and plug it into your Unreal Engine game, and now you can have infinite choice options with the fucking thing. And everyone's like, are any of them like bespoke in any way to make those infinite choices interesting or something that we'd give a shit about? Or do you just have infinite slop in your RPG? And they're like, slop. Like, that's the thing.
Because how could you?
Yeah, you couldn't. And that's...
Tailoring requires intention.
Yeah.
And that's not intention.
The only intention they have is to steal from other people. So, like, it's just a fucking waste. But, like, you know, their newest series of graphics cards, part of why, like, you have incremental gains now, from like the 30 series to the 40 series. There was incremental gains, and it wasn't too bad. It was like 25-30% gain, right? Mm-hmm. The one from the 40 to the 50 series is like 15 to 20% if you're being generous. And the problem is a lot of that is also lost by the sheer amount of AI horseshit they crammed into the damn thing. Because they're like, we're not
gonna suck up all the new, all the processing.
So whatever gains you probably would have had are like immediately tanked by the sheer amount of power and heat it's going to be generating trying to run all that AI crap. And they specifically were like, well, we're going to work on improving our software instead of our hardware. And it's like, but that doesn't make any sense. If your hardware is barely better than the old hardware, how could your software do better? Because we know your software isn't that like massive of an improvement. So what the fuck gain do you have? And the answer is double the price.
Exactly.
That's it.
Well, I'll just buy the one without AI.
Yeah.
Good luck. You can't find any. Ha 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 ha.
That's why I'm doing in AMD. Like that is
What? No.
That is literally it. When there's two manufacturers, and in fact, Intel is trying to get in on manufacturing graphics cards. They're only on like their second gen of them, so theirs are pretty rank, but they're improving, and they probably will continue to improve because it's Intel. They have a lot of money to throw at it. But when you only have two options and one of them goes full stupid, like that makes
the other one.
That makes your choice pretty easy. And
I mean, were they that different beforehand?
There was. So a lot of it was like what their design principles were, what they were aiming for, and that kind of stuff, and who they were aiming at. So, you know, part of the thing with like NVIDIA was they were, you know, the enthusiast one, which just means money. We're looking for the cash cows, and we're aiming for the people that have more money than sense. But they were pretty comparable as far as hardware capabilities. But here and now, the newest generations of both have come out, and the newest NVIDIA ones cost a fucking fortune. There's hardly any of them to find, and they have all that AI shit on them, so they run like ass. The newest AMD ones are like as good or better in a lot of cases, and cost several $100s less. Because they're aiming at the mid-grade people anyways, but their things use so much, they use their power so much better, like as far as electricity usage. So they are wildly more efficient, which means you don't need as much cooling, which makes them more efficient and cost less. And you don't need to run them as hard to get the same results, which makes them more efficient and cost less. So just in general, they have been upgrading their hardware, and it has paid a lot of dividends for them.
Good, that's really what you want to do.
Yeah. And they're not going like all in on the fucking ray tracing and everything like that, which doesn't add anything. Like, again, NVIDIA went full stupid, and they've been like really fucking like, look at all the ray tracing we can do. We did Doom and ray tracing. It's like, cool, now you made Doom that doesn't run Doom.
How do you even do that?
Like
how do you make something that don't run Doom? A toaster can run Doom.
You fucked up a perfectly good Doom. Right now, there is actually one place that was selling a box set of Doom, where you can buy like a nice little, like, you know, presentation piece for your shelf kind of thing, right? But it does include Doom, and the case runs Doom. So your Doom can run Doom.
That's funny. I like that.
And I appreciate that a lot. But like, yeah, no, it's just like, you know, super hardcore on the ray tracing, which again, it's the realism versus artistic intent. They're just like, well, what if we turbo up the realism? It's like, cool, I can see a single god ray from the clouds, however my computer has melted through the floor. I don't give a shit, it's not adding anything, and every time you turn that thing on, you lose like a 30% of your frame rate. That's not good.
Don't the like really competitive people like really turn the stuff down so it runs better anyway? So what's even the point?
I would much rather have a better running thing with artistic intent than I ever would fucking realistic horseshit.
Yeah, maybe streamers do it. I don't know.
Even there, having
to like show off. I don't know what streamers do.
Having it be hyper realistic is actually a detriment to streamers because if you're on Twitch,
true,
it looks like ass because Twitch has barely any bandwidth, so it looks like crap. And
just like my art.
No. But like on YouTube, it has much better bandwidth. And in fact, most other places besides Twitch have better bandwidth, so it looks a lot better. So you could do that kind of stuff. But also, if you're streaming and playing the game, you're going to turn that shit down anyways, so you don't melt your computer. So it doesn't benefit anything, but it chugs up resources and makes it run worse.
Seems silly.
So it is. Meanwhile, AMD's like, but what if we made our thing run better? Like just flat out, this is much more efficient and it runs a lot better. Well, now you can get better results and it runs better so it doesn't cost as much. So over the life of it, it's cheaper and it can have much better cooling, which means it can handle things better because if you can't keep it cool, it's gonna throttle itself, which means you lose performance. So all this stuff adds up as opposed to just, oh, we'll work with the software. What's your software? Gen AI. Die.
Eat ass and die.
That fucking chuckle fuck for NVIDIA was like, we fully intend to have, you know, for every 6 frames in the game, one of them will actually be rendered and the rest will be created with Gen AI.
That's horrible.
So why even buy a game from somebody? What would even be the point? If this stupid thing...
Why don't you just have it hallucinate at you?
Yeah, if this thing's gonna make up the majority of that shit anyways, why would I ever buy a game from somebody? Why would I buy software from anybody? It's just gonna be all made up anyways. So it doesn't matter what their intent was, what their design choices were, what their writing was like, or the people that did the music or the speech. None of that matters if this fucking piece of shit is gonna make up the whole damn thing. And like, the moment that asshat said that was just the moment I was like, cool, I'm never having NVIDIA in a machine again when I build or get one. Because that's fucking stupid. And like, you know, they're quintupling down on all that stuff and desperately trying to sell AI graphics cards to China. Like, just,
Americans aren't gonna be able to buy it right now.
Well, like, the thing is too, they want to pivot all of their production towards making the AI graphics cards instead of the computer graphics cards, because they are different hardware. The architecture of the card is different, and I don't know if it's still the case, but they used to just not even have a graphics output at all. So you couldn't like hook up a monitor to it, right? It wasn't technically a graphics card, it's an AI card. And they desperately want to sell those because they can mark the shit out of them. And they cost a fortune. Yeah,
what does that bother me?
Yeah, I mean...
This isn't bothering?
But like, really...
Yeah.
The idea of the photorealism and the fucking what was it, the L'Oreal engine that they had on Lara Croft to do her hair and shit like that.
Does that help anything?
No, that adds nothing. You know what looked really good? What was it, South of Midnight? The one that looks like stop motion for like a Bayonetta style game, but it's set in like Louisiana Bayou. That looks fucking beautiful.
But graphics and AI is something you can measure and show off to investors who do not care about the fucking game.
Yeah, they don't.
So you can lie about something and be like, we're gonna make this. Look, this is really impressive.
And then everybody who's ever, like, That's the house of cards where it's like investors will invest in this and then people will invest in that because someone else has invested in it. It's like, okay, but
that's how the fucking economy works in America.
It's like, okay, but are you gonna actually make anything? Because somebody somewhere has to make something at a point.
They did make the stupid Laura Croft hair.
Like, you do have to actually do something at some point, otherwise none of your investing fucking matters. You know,
no one notices.
Yeah. Well, that one that had like the 2 billion valuation for doing the Gen AI shit, and then they found out it was like hiring poor people in the Philippines.
Which you think you could just sell that?
You think you could just sell that? Yeah. But no, the AI is the hit new thing, so that's what you can shill for because you're gonna do a rug pull
and then they're trying to say like their company AI, if it tells you something that's not true, they're not liable, even though it's their fucking AI.
Even though twice now they have been found liable for it. Darn shame, really. The worst people you know, helping to create new laws to make those kind of people fucking bankrupt.
These investors, though, are, for one, they're probably, if they have any knowledge of the system, it's probably from 10, 20 years ago when the graphics race was still a thing. Now no one really gives 2 fucks.
Yeah.
But also, you can't sell people on story. You can only really sell them on numbers and promises of numbers.
Yeah.
So what has numbers? Graphics. What doesn't have numbers? Good gameplay.
Yeah.
Unless it's addicting, then it has numbers.
But like Anthem. Anthem had the idea that this, storied company was working on it. They hadn't even started. And then it had the, idea that they were going to make this huge world and it was going to make infinite money from all the people
Size of
playing
world numbers.
And the Ubisoft games, how they are constantly like, behold the 400 square meter blah blah blah, and like, what's in there? Nothing. We literally hit Control C, Control V for all the towers around here, and people got tired of that shit.
But it was numbers, and that's what you can sell to investors. Because you're not selling to gamers.
Yeah. But it's like the ads on Twitch and YouTube. Like, people are only there because at some point someone has to create something. So if they're not being paid and they're not creating, then you don't actually have the people there. So all the ads and the investments and shit don't fucking matter if there's no underlying thing. People won't be there. And that undermines that whole thing, and they just haven't figured that part out yet.
Because they can keep not doing that. They figured it out. They just want to avoid it as long as possible.
I mean, that's
hope when they don't, people don't try to get their money back.
I mean, that's why Twitter is the way it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still believe holding them accountable in the stock market is the funniest and best way to fuck them over. Be like, yeah, see, you have to do your, presentation for how much profit you've made, and if you don't, and try and lie about it, skip out on your taxes, then we'll just bar you from the stock exchange, and just watch the investors piranha those things out of existence. Let's fuck them. No billionaire acts like a human. 2025.
But if you can get them all to go in with you on the fucking...
Yeah. And that's really what it is, because like they'll see that as an opportunity, because now you have to be honest and you have to show all your results, because if you don't, then you don't get to play in the money pit. And
but if everyone agrees that the money is fake anyway in the money pit and they're all working together and no one's prosecuting anyone, that's unfortunately the kind of shit we're in.
Yep.
And then some crazy toddler poops in the money pit, and he's got fascism now and control that he really shouldn't have because no one's willing to stop him, and now the money pit's full of shit.
Yep.
I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this. I hope it brings you bliss. I really hope you get it and you don't really have to regret it. I hope you're happy in the end. I'm lying, fuck off.
Please perish. Goodbye.
God, I can't believe I did that.
That was a really
Kill me!
That was a really good musical
No, it
number.
wasn't!
No, I'm proud of you. It was a good musical interlude.
I hate you. Now everyone knows that song.
Defying gravity.
I'm worried, like, when the sequel comes out next year, a bunch of people are gonna be reading through my comics and they're gonna see the last one and be like, hey! I know that song! Because right now, apparently, the babies don't.
I mean, they keep putting out the, the Wicked books at work, and I'm just like...
I know! Someone needs to put a warning on that shit, man! Or they need to rewrite it. Be like Wicked the Musical instead of just Wicked.
Yeah.
They could, like, give him a stipend, but that's just gonna cause trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like, an open world thing with, like... I mean, Bard, if you want that kind of game, go play the Promise Mascot Agency.
Yay!
Because it's like PS2 era graphics in a big open thing that you can explore around in and have fun in.
You can explore it in a K-truck that eventually can be a boat and fly.
Yeah, K-trucks are awesome.
I turned it as Yakuza without the combat and just the management side quests instead, with the same kind of open world with a bunch of weird shit in it, just from the PlayStation 2 with some yokai baked in deeper.
It was a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool thing. It's not expensive. Which again, like...
It's like 25. I got it. It's 20 when I got it because I had it wishlisted. I was waiting for this game to come out.
Yeah. Which again, like, so many of these games where they're like a really good experience or like a really interesting thing that everybody talks about are not expensive. They're not these huge AAA things because the huge AAA things used to be doing things that indie people can't do, or, you know, making some big world or some cool thing with high-end graphics. But now they're still doing that, but they don't have anything behind it, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, Halo got big because, you know, it had so much money to be able to produce this huge, cool thing, and then just stopped there. They didn't go anywhere with it. So then when it just kept being the same thing, but graphics, you know, the lower end lifted up, the high end stuff just doesn't look that much better than the low end stuff. So what's the point of paying for something that's so expensive?
I also don't like auto-generated stuff personally.
I prefer it to be bespoke in some way.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're doing procedural stuff, but you're like adding tweaks and things like that. Like, you can tell someone who just used an engine and pressed play kind of thing versus somebody who made like tile sets and set up the rules for how those interact.
If the tile sets, like in Cult of Lamb, are pretty good, and it's like you're going through them fairly quick, though it is kind of a pain to find stuff sometimes, I don't mind as much, but I really would rather have a narrative experience.
You want it full bespoke, yeah.
Yes, 100. I don't even want the chests to be random.
Like,
I want everything bespoke.
Like, I really appreciate in Warframe that for the most part on basic missions, it is tile sets with tweaks. Like, there are rules and logic behind it, so you don't get anything weird, you don't get any like buggy ass shit. They are tile sets that fit together and they are tweaked very well. On any important stuff, like full missions, quest lines, like the important plot kind of stuff versus just the extra things you're doing for fun, that shit's bespoke. Like, your experience for that is going to be really nice. You know?
I mean, shitting is better than Gen AI.
Yeah.
I prefer bespoke, but I also don't want a game that lasts forever like so many people want to. I kind of want to, like... There's definitely games that I linger around longer than I should, and there's 100% games I replay later because I love them so much, but I'd rather have a game that does what it does and ends.
Yeah, I think when you have an end to it, then you build the rest of your stuff towards that goal. And so it shapes your story differently.
Also, if you have one you're building to, when you replay it and it's not like procedurally generated, I feel like it's more nostalgic. And it helps you, one of the reasons I replay things is because I like to examine the stories and symbolism and stuff. If Enna was procedurally generated, that would make understanding it objectively worse.
Yeah.
You'd have more weird content, sure, but it wouldn't be, one, bespoke, and two, it wouldn't have the intention that it does, as unrealistic as that tension, like, I'm sure if you told most people, they'd be like, what the fuck was the purpose of that?
You know, it's funny, I saw, like, it was a clickbait article, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know, major thing ended on Shonen Jump. And I was like, oh, okay, was somebody not making their numbers or something? No, they just actually finished.
Good, yeah.
Like, it wasn't like it ended. The fucking writer had a story arc, did their arc, and went, okay. So, like, but for Shonen Jump, that is shocking. Like, not only having the intent to complete, but then running to completion is shocking for a lot of that stuff.
There are actually a lot of people who at least start out that way. What sucks is when they tell them to either end early or keep going
forever, yeah. Because then you have to filler and all that other crap, and you lose a lot of the intent.
Yeah. I remember seeing a thing that said the author of Soul Eater wanted to specifically avoid filler, and I was like, so that was all on purpose? You just forgot about a character for like 50 chapters?
Again, you know, they may have started out not wanting to do that kind of shit, and then just their editor was like, hey, so guess what you're doing? We have 4 more months of issues that you need to be filling in for.
And honestly, I do enjoy filler if it like serves the characters or lets us learn more, maybe gives us a break and stuff. Filler can have its purpose. Though I guess if it does, it's technically not filler, it's a character moment, so
I mean, you know, in Dragon Ball Super, when Trunks and Goten get put in the space FedEx and sent across the universe, and Vegeta has to go save his fucking kid or else Bulma's gonna beat his ass. That was filler. That had no other purpose other than...
better than the regular stuff, though.
It was really good. It had no intent other than a nice character moment between Vegeta and the kids.
I think it's because filler has become such a dirty word since Naruto.
Like, that was definitely filler, but it was to show how much Vegeta has grown as a person. And beating someone with your fists is not a good way to show character growth for the most part, so they had to do literally anything but that.
It's not impossible, but it's not.
I mean, you know, when the My Hero Academia Vigilante comes out.
Oh, it's out.
That looks like that should be.
Caught up with it yet. There's a lot of things to watch, man.
There is.
And that one's probably going to appeal to me the least out of all of them because I guess as long as it doesn't do. It said it wasn't doing the regular shonen bullshit.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not impressed by fight scenes.
No.
Like, I'll be like, ooh, what lovely animation, and that's really it. It's just not my bag.
That one was the intent of having like the character interactions of these not heroic people, like Punch Hobo and Boy Who Slides on Floor, and the little idol chick.
I like her.
Yeah. But that one seems to be a much more like character-driven and less fighty-driven kind of thing.
I really am so bored of fighty-driven stuff. It's so boring to me.
Especially
I'm sorry, everybody.
Especially because I think Vigilante is not by...
Yeah, it's not done by him. It's a side thing.
So, like, it's its own little thing. So that could be interesting. Definitely going to keep up with the hotel one, because...
Yeah.
Hotel one's really fucking good. That's like, who's behind this? Oh, it's the horse gambling people. Okay. So they have infinite money to make little side projects with. Gotcha.
I love it when artists are able to do that. It's so beautiful.
That's really...
That's what the purpose of, like, the quote-unquote, like... I don't even want to say lowbrow trash, but, like, the shovelware of content. That's what that's for.
Yeah.
It could actually... Some people do a great job with shovelware. Some people are just like, I'm getting this paycheck so I can go do my thing. Some people, like me, love working under other people's instructions. I love commissions.
Yeah.
But I do commissions so I can do my own thing, and even then, like, I still love that too, so...
And it's like, that is, like, kind of the ideal, really.
That's what it's supposed to be. You get good at your thing by working under people who know their shit, and you basically break your teeth on projects that you have direction on, but also like make money, and then you save up that money and you do your thing because you have the prestige and the money to do your own thing now.
Like doing that kind of thing to where you get the practical of trying stuff out.
Even Ghibli started with a Lupin movie, so actually he actually started work on Lupin, like the actual show.
Yeah. But like that's a good way to get practical experience, because like you can be an auteur and have a fantastic grand idea, but if you don't know how to take care of your time usage, limit your scope, and do that kind of shit, you'll spend forever and get nothing out, like the Ren and Stimpy guy. So it doesn't matter how much of an auteur you are, if you can't function, it doesn't matter.
You're also not gonna have the means and skill level to take on your own project without working on other people's projects and learning those skills first too. So you shouldn't start out with just your own
grand
BS.
idea,
unless it's small.
And like, as you've noticed from the Glitch guys, starting out with murder drones, then going to Digital Circus, and now the Gaslight District, they have grown so much from the practice of doing.
Hey man, you can still try to execute that great idea. I'm just saying people probably won't pay you to. You can still make your own little indie films, and it's gonna probably be difficult to do that.
Definitely.
You're not gonna be able to do it the way you want, but there's also learning in that too. What's it, what's the thing that breeds creativity?
Necessity.
Necessity, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, like, they start out with murder drones. They have ideas, but they didn't have the practical of doing, and they didn't have the experience. Then they did Digital Circus, and they're still doing Digital Circus, but you can see, even in just a couple of episodes, how massive their improvement's been from that.
Oh my god, that last episode they did was like one of the best looking animated things I've seen in CG until the Gaslight District thing.
Yeah, and then Gaslight District is just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was just a flex incarnate.
It really was.
I could not believe not even just the animation, but the level of direction.
Yeah, the movement and the stylizing.
The way things were cut, the way things were framed, the way things were, they changed the colors, they changed the models. Like, for one, like, CG models doing the kind of stuff they did is very difficult.
Yeah, and the, comedic timing and stuff. Like, even just, I can feel the amount of work that went into the angel storm with the bread head going by the windows.
Yeah, that was hot.
Was that
the angels are so cute. I'm sad they didn't sell a plushie of the little baby angel.
Oh, that
I
they wanted to.
They sell so many plushies, but no little baby angel?
Oh,
they're so cute.
No, look what you've done. You fucked up a perfectly good angel. Actually, it's pretty marketable. I think we can work with this.
That was a bit of a turn for me, because I expected it to be like an actual human egg, and there's a potential fellow human in it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was actually an angel. They weren't lying.
Well, the one thing did say, that senile old bird. Like, they did say that. There was foreshadowing for it.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
And of course, the hot angels, because that was funny. The virtues part.
Yeah. I wish they had more room to breathe, but like, it's a pilot. They're not gonna. They kind of gotta get out as much as they deem necessary.
I mean, we learned all we needed to learn about diligence. That wife likes them.
I like sexy evil things. Though it is very fash-coded.
Gee.
But I think they're horrible. I don't like them because I think they're good people.
We've come to terms with having people being like, yeah, the virtues. And if all you can do is embody the virtue, you're probably going to be an awful person.
Yeah.
Because you're going to focus entirely on doing that. So, diligence being a step on me angel was fucking funny. And really good.
Much like sins is a balancing act.
Yup. And I mean, like, we saw that Mud's friend was up there, so, definitely people
They let them in while they were rotted, so... I figure the angels are just made from rotted people.
Yeah. I assume it's just everything has to be a balance, so it's all rules.
I just figure they take their brains and put them in the robots.
I could see that.
Because when they come back, they have their clothes, too, so it's probably whatever state you're in at the time. But that's also a form of control, too.
Yeah.
and hot.
If you come back as a brain, or get your brain hit.
No, you could see the robot rebuilding at the end. And everyone in there, when they came back, they had like clothes and everything. No one was nude.
Yeah. He ate the brain of the one, though, so I wonder if that one will come back.
I don't know. It seems to go from their chest, judging by the first shot. You know, like when they killed that first guy, they shot him through the head, but then his chest went up. And it seems to be some kind of like magic anyway, so... Potentially from like a not magic god. Might just be science. Who knows? Guess we'll have to see. I hope they get their funding.
Yeah. And like, you know, the ones like the guy that got shot in the beginning and then cemented, like they were all fine down there. They were just stuck in the dark forever.
Yeah.
Which
everyone's undying except the one squishy human.
Yeah. Given their undying nature, being trapped forever in the darkness would be horrifying. Because you'll never escape.
Do you think the Glitch Studios, do you think they have issues with their dads?
I don't know, man. In this one, the dad was kind of a good guy.
But what is her goal? To get approval from her dad.
Yeah. And her dad in this one, like, is actively trying to be a good dad and stuff, as opposed to some of the other ones.
In Murder Bots, like, her dad, like, abandons her or whatever.
Yeah, he was a coward.
Yeah.
Abandoned everybody.
In, Digital Circus, you have the bit with Kingler basically being the dad that she needed, and Kane sort of kind of being the dad that no one wants.
And in this one, you have like a dad who's seen some shit and had some problems, but he's trying his best to be a better person for his daughter.
He's trying to protect his daughter. I don't think he's trying to be a better person. He's trying to protect her to the point where he's not listening to her. Well, this is something he's going to have to overcome.
Yeah, and even in that, he was trying to overcome. He was trying to listen to her.
No, he went and killed that guy.
Well, he did do that, yeah. I didn't say it was perfect. He did go do that, but he was also like doing the plan at all was him trying to listen to his daughter. And
I think the intention was to kill that guy. I think that's the only reason he agreed to it. In my personal opinion.
I think that was coincidental.
I don't think so, because he specifically left her.
He left her when he saw the thing.
I guess, I don't know. I think this was his intention all along. I think that's the only reason he agreed to it.
I think we'd have to rewatch it. Darn shame, really. We'll have to watch it again.
And it's, again, it's a pilot. Like, not everything is going to be shown because they can't. They only have so much time.
Yeah. But all in all, it was a fantastic watch. Did you see that they'd already hit 5 million in one day of it being out? So.
Good for them. I'm glad. They deserve it. They obviously work hard and love what they're doing. So keep making that shit.
So yeah, they hit an astronomical amount of views already. I'm sure it's going to keep skyrocketing.
I wonder if maybe people fight over getting the rights to it. Like with Netflix.
Maybe.
But I guess like Netflix might already have a deal.
You know, didn't they put out Digital Circus on Netflix, or was that on Prime?
I believe it was Netflix. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was. But like the deal was like they could still do their own shit, and they still cross-posted it on YouTube, so it didn't matter. A
lot of times too, they do have like a like the have a clause, so like they can have first bid on the next stuff. So they might have that kind of thing in place.
That's what I was thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix put in something to be like, if you make anything else that hits big, we want it too.
Yeah, and I could see that, especially because like it looked like the Digital Circus like deal was very beneficial for everybody.
I like that they don't like make them take it off of YouTube, but they give them money to make it better. Like that's a great idea, because people will be pissed at them for taking it off of YouTube.
Yeah,
people will be pissed at them for wanting them to make changes. Whereas this, like, people will just find it on Netflix, so Digital Circus gets a little more exposure to people who are on YouTube, and Netflix gets that fucking watch money.
Yeah, they get.
So if anything, that's a beneficial relationship. But I'm so used to everyone just wanting all the money now.
Right, it's usually parasitic. This one seems just symbiotic.
I'm sure there's something we don't know, and it will come up later. Again, it might be like having first dibs on their next pilot. Who knows?
Yeah, and honestly,
I don't trust nobody.
That wouldn't be all that bad of a deal to be like, hey, you know, we already worked well with you on this. We already like your stuff. You know, we'd like to be first bid on your next thing. Wouldn't be like, that wouldn't be a bad deal. If they can be
trusted.
Yeah. And they seem like they can, at least on the first deal. So
If it was like some indie studio, I could 100% see that.
Mhm.
Like if this was on Steam and if it was like Devolver Digital or something.
Yeah. So like it does seem like things have been fairly beneficial to both.
I
And
hope so.
they seem, at least from the outside, like they're working well together. So
Because think of all the exposure Digital Circus gets to people outside of YouTube.
yeah.
And think of how much income Netflix would have already not gotten.
Mm-hmm. And being that most of the work was already being done by Digital Circus, it was really just like, here's some bonus money to improve your stuff. It really isn't that much of an investment. Yeah. And it makes,
especially since it's such a small studio, no matter how good they make it, I can't imagine it's that much fucking money.
Yeah, they're not like that guy that like built them for $100 million and then bought cars and shit. Like, they're not spending that much money anyways. So like, yeah.
I don't mean to be mean, but they seem like the kind of studio who would have tried to do that anyway. Now they just have like the money to pay for it.
Yeah, they might get a newer computer to render some of their stuff.
Like they can now work faster because their computer renders faster, that kind of thing. Like they were going to put this effort anyway.
Yeah.
Now they just have like a boost. Instead of just being like, make all the things now, it's like, here you go, and make more of the things you're already doing. It's like, we will use this money to potentially hire on more workers and do things we wanted to do anyway, but faster.
So, like, it's just a good investment.
That's what my Patreon is. I was gonna work on the art I'm working on anyway. Commissions and the Patreon just mean I don't have to go to work every day to pay my bills so I can stay home and draw more.
Yep.
If you like my content and want to see more of it, give me a little bit of money from a bunch of people and I will make more fucking content.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. I'll just get to do more faster.
And no better quality because you're able to stress less. Which is like...
I can do things I wouldn't have otherwise done because I can make larger projects and more smaller things. I can draw something at 3 a.m. because the artism hit something fierce, which has happened. And it's one of like my most liked comics of all time. Sometimes the muse is just like, fuck now, do it.
Your Miku is yelling at you at 3 in the morning.
Hello, time to art! Get the fuck up!
Hello, little artist. Have you done your art? You're going to. What? Fucking Leak just flips the entire bed.
I was thinking of doing maybe something Miku or Lane related where either the text is foil printed, like matrix style data and stuff like that, or even like Windows startup data type things, or maybe the wires that she's plugged into, which I'd like to make like a dripping wings.
You could have them be
like liquid mercury.
Yeah.
But I'm still debating on it. I might make that TV static instead. I'm not sure yet. It's just in the vague pondering points right now. Right now, I'm working on a picture where the lamb is looking at an omelet prepared for him by Narendra, sadly, and it says, like, KYS in the ketchup on the omelet, which is obviously a much more important picture than anything as lofty as that.
You could have the wings be like on a monitor when it starts to fuck up around the edges and the color kind of like fades out to nothing.
I was thinking of making it snow, like computer snow, but that would be harder to do the screen, the print thing like I did with the lamb one.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do, so I need solid colors. So I'm still debating. I'm pondering. I'm probably going to look through some stuff online to get an idea. I don't know yet.
Gotta let your brains stew.
Yeah, I got stew in it. It helps. I go out, I see what other people have done. I see things I like, and I pick and choose from that, and I change it as need be, and come up with a whole new thing.
Yeah. That's why motherfuckers need reference images, because guess what? You are nothing if you don't experience the world around you. You build from it. You are better because of it.
You don't tell me what to do.
Go out and see a little dog. It'll make your day.
Doggy. Oh, doggy.
What the dog?
Mario.
That little wiener dog we saw when we were out and about today.
Wiener dog.
It was cute and fluffy.
I love wiener dogs.
the candy.
I'm the number one princess in the whole wide world. Get me shit. Buy me shit. Buy me shit. Buy me shit.
What would my Miku be? A hand puppet?
I don't know. Cooking, probably.
Probably. Wife says I should do a cooking OnlyFans.
Yeah. I was thinking like doing it, like you could do cooking streams or something if you worked from home. Or I got good enough you could stay home. But I also suggested he could do like a Fansly or an OnlyFans where he'll do like those naked apron things where he's just wearing an apron with no backside. Oven fans. It would be funny.
Well, it wouldn't be an oven fans because I'm not very good at baking. That's
yeah, he doesn't bake. He cooks.
Domain expansion. The kitchen.
But I don't know. People already like to listen to you, like talk anyway. They find it relaxing. So I could totally see you succeeding with like an ASMR channel, or just like doing occasional cooking things on here. A lot of people do those. But you'd have to set up the cameras, which would be a bit of a pain in the ass. I don't know. Maybe if you get a new phone with them fancy new cameras, you could probably do it from that.
I do like to cook.
I would support you if you did that. I would make you a little puppet. We could get you... I did see a fox oven mitt on there. Get you that. Well, I was looking for a fox puppet.
Your little apron that says Foxy Chef.
Oh. But like if you got popular, you could totally do an OnlyFans where you just have like the apron.
Yeah.
Be like a special Valentine's Day one or something.
Teach you to do chocolate.
ASMR, I'm playing your husband while you've been working all day.
That would be
because I love my wife who's been working all day and I'm gonna force her to eat.
I'd have to learn how to use the double boiler because like half of the fancy stuff like you need a double boiler for, like custards or...
Wouldn't you want to do like... I would figure you'd want to do like Asian food for the most
Oh,
part.
I would do a lot of cooking and stuff like that, but for a Valentine's Day one I'd have to do like chocolate or something and I'd need a double boiler.
I would... We could do a couples one, but I think anything you do would be fine.
Chocolate covered wieners.
Ew.
Like little dick chocolates.
That would be cute. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, like a little crunchy cookie with like a little chocolate on it.
Yeah.
Little ganache. I think that'd be fun.
I think you're fun.
Hey, good. Good just says fireball on it.
Lightning bolt.
I did really love that Tactical Wizards in all of their stuff like that. You know, since it's supposed to be like modern day and they're like SWAT and things like that. So they have like the assault rifle with the wand instead of the barrel. And like he's in like the full like you know, Kevlar with the bulletproof vest and stuff, but it's got like charms and sigils hanging from it and stuff. And like they did the like when they go to breach the door, instead of like putting a charge on it and blowing the door open kind of thing, they have like they trace a sigil on the door and then it explodes in a flash.
That's cute.
It's all really cute. I will be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom.
No.
My microphone is sideways because I'm wearing a button-up shirt. Here comes a kiss.
Oh, I want chocolate.
You want chocolate?
I'm just thinking about it.
I'll get you a chocolate.
No. I think we only have like a barge chocolate left over. We got a little bit of that. That's a little too dark for what I want right now.
We got some eggies.
Oh, we do? I didn't know that.
I don't remember which flavor because we accidentally tore off the part.
Oops. Oh, those? Yeah, I think they're just the dark chocolate. Though I think the green one's not bad.
There's a dark green and a light green, so I'll give you both of those.
I forget.
One of them was a milk chocolate. Also, I thought I had coins. I may have finished eating them.
Yeah, I think we both did.
Because, I like those.
You want me to not eat them if you get them?
Nah. Didn't say that.
We do, because, like, I'm the only one who eats dark chocolate, and I'm only in the mood for it sometimes. Usually when I have something mint.
Rattling some. There you go.
Thank you, sweetie pants.
And now
Have a good rest.
I'm not resting.
Why are you in the restroom?
Fighting for me life.
Oh yeah, the like lighter chocolate, since he can eat that, gone. But he's not a big fan of dark chocolate. It's too bitter for his ass. I like it on occasion. Let me find a picture of like people with the fan glow sticks. What are those glow sticks they have at concerts and stuff? Light sticks? Oh, he doesn't drink coffee. It's too bitter for him. He baby man. Pepper. Pepper.
I've escaped the litter box.
Have you though?
I'm not a baby. What's wrong with... What did I do?
I don't know. What did you do?
Why am I being called a baby man? Baby man.
Baby
I didn't do
man.
nothing.
You don't like coffee?
I don't. It's bitter. Don't care for it. That's a fair assessment. I like tea personally, which is ironic because I say coffee is bitter, but I drink tea. But I have lots of different teas, and some of them are not bitter.
Yeah, he's a tea person.
Hmm? And I'll microwave my water too.
Do you? Don't you have that little kettle?
I do. I have a kettle, but I like to insult the UK. Me microwaving my water.
I know I can find a good reference for this.
Which one are you doing?
The glow sticks one. Because I gotta make it small because it's a bust. So I was hoping to find something relatively simple. So I figured there'd be like emotes. Oh, that'll work. Oh. No, I wanted whatever that was. Actually, something like that would be cute. One hand up, one hand down.
Yeah.
There we go. Actually, I like that. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, like, before I had my little kettle thing, I just had a silicone measuring cup that's microwave safe, and I just used that. Because, like, it's boiling in there. The moment you touch it at all, the water starts boiling, but microwave work different. Like, I think it doesn't have, like, some kind of fancy temperature control, which would be better for some teas, but I don't care that much. I don't care that much.
I don't care about my leaf soup.
I'm gonna add honey and probably milk, and then I'm gonna drink it, and everybody can fuck off.
I don't like tea.
She doesn't. She says it tastes like
I'll
lawn
drink
clippings.
it, but like I don't want to go out of my way for it. It just tastes like leaf soup.
You have like the real matcha, and it tastes like lawn clippings until you add some other stuff to it.
I think I ever had matcha. I do like matcha flavored stuff. That's not bad.
Yeah. I don't currently have any matcha, I think.
I like milk tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like the more milk than tea. Like it balances out well. I bet oat milk would be good with like matcha.
Some
See, that I wouldn't mind, but I would just get it like pre-made. I wouldn't go through the trouble of brewing my own damn tea.
Some of my teas I will actually use milk instead of water on. I'll brew them that way because I definitely like the taste better.
Because I like the softness of the milk with the slight bitterness of the tea. That's a good contrast.
Yeah.
I like bitter things, but I usually have to have them paired with something else. Not even something necessarily sweet.
Yeah.
But just something to balance out the bitterness, because I feel like the bitterness helps you, if anything, taste the other things. I don't think bitterness by itself is good.
Yeah. It's like Bart said, it does depend very much on the tea, because there are so many ones that are like, there are ones that I don't think I would be able to enjoy because I don't have the palate for it. They're like, you know, the fancy ones that have to be brewed at a certain temperature and all this other jazz. I don't think I'd be able to appreciate the flavor of those, because I just don't think I have the palate for that. But then like my like that cinnamon sunset, like I just like that one. It's a nice cinnamony tea. It's really mellow. I liked God, what was the other one I had? There was one that was kind of like it was like a gray tea, and that one was just such a mellow, like chill tea. It was really nice. And then there's Yorkshire Gold, if I'm being basic. That's the one that the spiffing Brit likes too.
I like hot chocolate.
Yeah. Hot chocolate is your favorite tea?
Yeah. I like milk tea.
Mm-hmm.
Put some milk in that bitch. Maybe some boba.
Hell yeah, boba.
Milk tea is basically just hot chocolate when it's hot. Anyway.
Yeah. Especially if you got like the brown sugar syrup on the inside of the cup and stuff.
Oh my god, remember those ones we used to get at Demoshi?
Oh yeah.
After the stream once a month? Those are so good. That was at the time it was $7. Now they're probably more expensive.
Probably. But also it was definitely like a $7 boba. Like,
yeah. That bitch was like pimped to the nines.
It wasn't because it was overpriced, it's because it was a $7 cup of boba.
That was one of those ones you get and like take Pinterest pictures for. It was so fancy.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I do like Yorkshire Gold, if like I'm just being kind of basic. I like Yorkshire Gold. It's a solid flavor. It doesn't try to step out of its lane. It's just a nice, like, it is pleasant. It is a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. It's just a pleasant tea. Like, if you just want tea, lowercase, there it is. No work, no muss, just off you go. Yes, Bard. That is actually why I ended up trying it initially. And I was like, yeah, you know what? No, this is just a nice mellow tea, TM.
Folgers coffee.
Yeah, it's the Folgers copy of tea. I would 100% agree on that. It doesn't do anything special. It's nothing fancy. It's just there, and that's that. And that's fine.
I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Be quick.
It's a minty after all. Wait, no, that's Pixel.
That's Pixel. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the piece I believe was drawn by Minty that I'm using as a reference.
Ah, okay. Pixel had a boyfriend rave. You gotta look at all the pretty boys.
I rave at my boyfriend.
You do.
Except you're my husband.
Hey. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba 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 da. Da 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 da. Mom sent pictures to me. I don't want to deal with that. But it is what it is. Yeah. It was really funny when we were there at that Miku movie. There actually was quite a few people. Quite a few people had like glow sticks and things like that. It was surprising how many people were there. Hi, wife, welcome back. Did you know that you're cute?
That's right, suffer, bitch.
Rude.
Oh, my music stopped.
Oh no.
I don't fix that. Peace.
Chicken, 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 chicken.
Let's eat chocolate.
Eat a choco. Eat a choco ASMR. This man has been reincarnated as an ASMR microphone. Behold a man. What? Did you buy it and it just cracked in half?
Yeah.
Jaw too good.
But it's got like nuts or salt in there, so it kind of balances out.
That might be the dark chocolate sea salt one.
I like that girl.
Yeah. Salt is good with bitter. Am I good with bitter?
Not bitter.
No. I wonder if that's gonna come back again. The nyaran. Like, oh, I didn't miss you.
People have to remember her.
Hey, that's true. That's true. We're just all...
That Endless 8 really killed that fucking show.
God, yeah.
That used to be like everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no.
That's Lucky Star, but
Oh yeah.
they're both part of the same big thing.
Same era. She still contends that that was a boys' show.
It is. It was. Well, it is now. But yeah, it was. Why do you think the main girl played porn? It was for boys.
That sounds right.
It's boy to oogle girls.
All right, Bard, have a good. Lucky Star and.
Haruhi is both, but it's probably leans more towards boys. K-On! Technically leads more towards boys. Because it's supposed to be boys looking at cute girls doing cute things.
Yeah.
These moe shows aren't making money off of women.
I don't know, that vampire one could. Though I think the hotel one probably, I could see that selling model kits like no tomorrow.
I do not.
The hotel
Actually,
one?
I see it kind of failing, honestly, because it doesn't sell waifu shit. And she's not waifu enough.
Ah, she's pretty waifu, but
She's really not in these day and age.
true. And the little robots are cute. They would make good model
They
kits.
are, but that doesn't mean they will.
Yeah, true. This is being made off the back of infinite horse money. They probably don't care to make it.
Yeah. This is definitely a passion project.
Yeah. It is. Somebody wanted to make that, and they're like, well, we have infinite money. We don't care. Go for it. Are we putting out another season of the horse thing this season? Yeah? Alright, cool. We don't care.
The horse waifus make money. They make money hand over fist.
They do. I have literally never seen a single thing of that, and I know that it makes infinite
It's a
money.
waifu you can physically objectify!
It is literally just a horse. Don't worry,
And then she'll sing to you.
they're not actually people, they're just horses.
It's totally okay that you touch her calves. You're just checking if she's, good for the race.
You gotta make sure she's not injured or something. That's your horse out there. She
That's
makes you
literally a thing that happens in that show.
money. I'm not surprised.
Her agent, because I watched, trash review from Mother's Basement about it, and, the
That's fair.
first agent guy is literally, his first interaction with her is just touching her calf. Because she's an object.
Yeah,
She's a horse.
she's a horse.
But she's in the body of a lady, so it's okay to, sexualize her.
Yeah,
Because she's a horse.
because she's a horse. It's a horse-a-kai.
It kinda is.
I never really thought about that. Can it still be an isekai if it's a non-human thing?
Well, they don't go to another world, so it's not an isekai.
I mean, they do. It was a horse, and now it's a people.
No, it was, I believe they're their own breed.
Well, they said that they're the spirits of former horses.
Yeah, but they're reincarnated into those bodies.
Yeah. So a horse is not a people.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
I think that counts as an isekai.
And fight people I don't care about either.
I think it fits the definition.
Go ahead. Argue with people. I'm not gonna fight the horse people. Over horse people.
Over horses.
Over horse people.
Like Homestead. No one wins when you fight with horse people. At some point, one of us is going to have to brave looking up what the hell's going on with Homestuck that's making it come back.
I think it's nostalgic now.
Maybe.
I don't think
They had they had Prom Stuck, and they had a pop-up cafe and merch.
I could not
Something's
tell
going
you.
on. I I just don't want to go back into the depths, man. I'm comfy here.
Google, why is Homestuck getting popular again? I have no fucking clue, legit.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm in fandom spaces.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm honestly surprised none of your YouTube people have covered, like, what the fuck's going on?
There were some, like, summarizations of Homestuck a bit ago. I wouldn't be half surprised if some people watched a video essay on it and then went and, like, read it the way you could potentially read it. I don't fucking know, because it's actually really annoying to right now. I was trying to get quotes from it a day or so ago, and I knew the exact page and, like, name of it and the words in it, more or less. And, every time I tried to get to it, I could get to the Homestuck website, but it would, like, 404 on me when I tried to get to a specific place.
Yeah.
So that's fucking annoying.
I mean, you know, Death of Flash and all that, so, like...
Yeah, but this is when they moved it over post-Death of Flash. It's its own website now. It's not on MS Paint Adventures anymore.
Huh.
That website's dead. I think.
Probably.
But I know they moved Homestuck from it.
Just, like, I don't know. It would be an entirely different experience now for people, so I'm not sure.
You gotta do the Let's Read Homestuck. That's probably honestly the best, like, encapsulation of what it was.
Yeah.
Because it was done before the Death of Flash. And the people who are working on it probably have people who saved a lot of stuff.
I would think so.
It is potentially a lesser experience, I guess, though.
Yeah. Just because, like, you're not going to be able to interact with it the same way that you could. I don't know. That's one of those things, like, I think someone smarter than me would have to talk on it. Because, like, that in and of itself was such a wild and different experience. Even just, like, comparatively, you know, to the webcomic scene of the time and stuff like that. There's still some webcomics now, but I think it's a lot less than there ever used to be.
I think now they're mostly on Webtoon, which means they're all, like, commodified to fit a certain format, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Aside from just the regular, I don't like this because it encourages, one, clickbaity titles, and two, going on forever. I don't like the format because it has, like, it's not a page, so it is basically panel to panel with not a lot of continuity between panels, which I also don't care for, and I also just don't care for the fact that encourages people to make less in their panels, make them further apart, and have less happen per chapter.
Yeah, because it's meant to be the infinite scroll.
I don't like it. I don't like the format.
Yeah.
And, recently, actually, like, earlier today, I think, I was watching a thing about different interpretations of Hell, and they mentioned actually a pretty good-looking webcomic, or webtoon, from Korea. It was manhwa. And, like, the, like, concept and the way they used it was nice.
Right.
And sometimes you could, like, I don't see why they don't, include GIFs or, like, moving things the way they do with that little Nightmare Comics things they had. That was really cool. See, that's how you could expand upon it. But I just think it is altogether, unless you really, really, really know how to work with it and it fits the theme you're working with, a worse way to do comics.
I think so. What's it, like the, it's not animatic, but like motion comics.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do the scroll thing like that, have a little motion to it, something to break it up so it's not just a, 2-year-long banner.
Unless it's, like, themed to it, like that one comic that's been online forever, where, like, after you get to a certain point, it starts scrolling by itself and the lady chases you or whatever. Like, I don't really care for motion comics. I rather, it's distracting. Yeah. Because it's gonna, like, if you're a talented artist, it's gonna look worse than what you could have presented yourself with motion. Because it's gonna be animated. You're animating a 2D object. Like, you're usually not wiggling it around in live 2D or anything like that. Or if you is, it's still stiff. If you ease. But, working in a solid 2D space, you can do something with that. Like, it does look like it's moving more because your brain fills in what you couldn't, so it automatically, in my opinion, looks better than forcing that 2D solid object to move in a 3D space.
Yeah. There's this one artist that I follow that like, a lot of his stuff is kind of fantasy kind of thing, and it plays well with the medium of being in comic panels. Because like the main thing of it is a lot of people have like their powers, and their powers are conceptual. So like one of the things, like the guy like reaches off the right hand side of the panel and like a massive finger comes down from the sky towards the person because perspective.
Yeah.
And he does a fantastic job of the implication of a lot of movement, or like weighty movement.
And that's difficult to do. He's a talented person.
And I really like that because like here recently the one was like just like the one guy is kind of like the concept of just raw power, and the other guy is like the concept of being like, you know, being able to like parry things and punch good kind of deal. And so like you have the unstoppable force meets the immovable object kind of thing. So like the unstoppable punch coming towards the man who can't be punched out, and it looks really good, and it feels like hella weighty, and like the way the hands are drawn and things like that in some of the things makes it look like being near that fist would be catastrophic, and I really like that. And then there's that one that does the Kill 6 Billion Demons, and their webcomic is just, what if the concept of busy was also gorgeous? Because their art is so fucking complex, but man, is it really fun. And they have a really good storyline. They are a good writer.
I'm so bad with busy.
But like, I can see why they go days or weeks in between uploading a panel.
Excuse me, sorry.
Because like, it'll be like a, you know, like a 3-week gap, and then they post up a panel and you're like, oh yeah, this looks like it took 3 weeks. They are able to do just like absurdly busy looking panels with just, you know, you just want to sit there and look at it and zoom in on the details and look at all the little side quiblets and shit. It is just fun to, like, it is fun to read. Like, that is why I forget why I stumbled across it originally, but I have like consistently read Kill 6 Billion Demons like every time it comes out. It's just part of my, you know, webcomic check in the morning. I go see if they've uploaded. Because I can be like, yay! Look at all the neat things. Plus, it has a really fun like interpretation of like God and gods, plural, and like the wheel of time.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Lesson 1: don't make deals with these jackasses. They're all idiots.
Yep.
It is really nice. Like, one of the things that's there is like the, you know, because there's demons, right? But then there's also just like a lot of the basic conceptual stuff of like names having power. So like, there was a demon running amok at the part of one thing, and she just started naming off like anime names, like anime character names, and just slapping more and more names onto this demon until it was contained as a goofy little shit. Because like every time you slap another name on it, that's another concept, another way of knowing them, kind of thing. And so it was just stripping it of power by giving it names. It's a really neat idea. Excited to see show. What is on show? NSYNC.
Me.
That's true.
I should do an emote with you with glow sticks.
Heck
Just
yeah.
doing that like 2 frames.
That, you know, like the wah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I'm sorry, honey.
I was like, that didn't hiss. No. And it didn't.
I'm sorry, honey. I've done that so many times.
I knew I was forgetting some.
You're forgetting me.
No, you're right.
Love
there.
me.
You're right there. Made
Be aware of me.
You'll never escape her gaze.
Behold me. I said, hold me. I could see Uin doing that.
Yeah. Yes, Hessel, I know you're there. No, I said hold me, motherfucker. You're tall. I like that in a god.
Uin's just obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Like, horribly. They're like their last reason for living, man.
They know what they're about. Dying, probably.
Yeah, they were. They're the reason they're not. They just want to spend as much time with them as they can.
Yeah.
They still want them to kill them.
Yeah.
But after a good while.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna fight it until they can't fight it anymore, and then they'll win. And then they'll die, and they'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because they got to spend time with people they care about.
That you know why. Distracting me.
Why are you distracting me? I'm not even doing anything.
I don't know. I just felt like kissing on you.
What color should your glow sticks be?
I mean, you can go with the leaks, but purple is our theme, so maybe just like a star look.
I guess it really depends on who she's cheering for. I don't think it's their color.
Cheering for Doom, so it'd be green.
It'll be green and... Well, they're both greens. Actually, that'll work.
Yeah. She's cheering on Doom because he did a 24-hour stream. It was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
He did a great job. In that he didn't die from being up 24 hours.
I could probably be up 24 hours if I took a nap.
Yeah.
Like a big sleep beforehand. I'd be a little grumpy.
You would. Be grumpy.
No contest, I would be grumpy. I'm not good at staying up.
He's specifically grumpy.
I don't know, if I had a big project or game, I could probably do it pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because I have that drive.
You got that dog in you?
It was a game like I was really excited for and really liked, like a huge open world one, where I'm constantly just like one more thing, or a big project I really want to get done.
A new Fallout game.
It was good.
It's not open world. I mean, not an MMO, pardon.
I don't know if I would trust it, honestly. They really ruined my trust with the last one.
That's fair.
And I was balls deep into Fallout 2, man. I have my Fallout shelf. I loved Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, I know what they were thinking. They were thinking infinite money, MMO go brr, but like, bruh, you took a single-player RPG experience and took all of those elements out.
And it's still making the money.
Yeah,
I guess.
yes.
I still see things about it coming up because I got it on the free weekend to try it out, and I was bored.
Yeah.
I was bored, and I didn't want people near me.
I guess it's made enough money to keep the servers on.
Well, they still do events and junk. So.
Yeah. I think
Some people like it as like a builder, so
Yeah.
it's probably those people.
there were some people, because I know like for the show they added ghouls, being able to play as a ghoul to the game.
Because people were horny.
So yeah.
Oh my god, they were so horny. And like the show did good, so I don't know if they'll necessarily... They'll probably eventually do another game, but I wouldn't be half surprised if it's the same idea, like just an update. Though if they can keep that going forever, why would they care?
Yeah.
They didn't change like the Elder Scrolls Online, why would they change Fallout?
Yeah, I don't think they would. Like you said, the TV show's done well, so they're sitting pretty right now. They don't care. They keep making other open world RPGs and doing them terribly, so.
So maybe I don't want them to. Maybe someone new can come in and make new open worlds.
Yeah, the what's it? The one where the mascot for it was the guy in the moon face costume.
Oh yeah, Outer Worlds.
Yeah, the second one of that's coming.
I know, I'm excited.
So
I hope it does good.
Yeah.
I think people were a little disappointed in the first one because there was way too many expectations.
Yeah.
They expected like Fallout 4, they got like Fallout 1, but 3D. And I enjoyed the shit out of it, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I thought it was a ton of fun.
I didn't really see any issues with it. Like you know, with that one, like, they're doing something new and it's a brand new IP, like, you do have to temper things a little bit.
It's not my favorite open world, but I still enjoyed the crap out of it.
And it wasn't like, there wasn't anything mechanically wrong with it, and there wasn't anything like the shit ran. I guess that's how I should say it. Like, it fucking ran, and it ran well, and it did what it set out to do. Like, so yeah, it wasn't a be-all, end-all game, but it actually worked and was functional. So that's more than a lot of games right now.
Legit, that's so sad.
Like, you know, when that new Pokemon comes out, I do not expect it to work. Like,
I'm never buying a Pokemon game again unless it's got really good fucking reviews.
yeah.
It had better be like a 10 out of 10, everything works fine for me to fucking give Pokemon another fucking chance. I ain't doing that shit.
Nah, because, like, they've
that was
shown
bull
that
crap.
It's like, man, if you have 3 starters and they have unique moves and you didn't animate those moves, why?
That's not even the shit I cared about. I didn't even know their special moves were animated. Honestly, before people talked about that, I didn't care. I cared about the fact that the world sucked and the plot sucked and the mechanics sucked.
It did. And, like, it was just so half-assed. And like I said, some of them had moves, but not all of them. So what?
Because they have too many fucking Pokemon in there. They can't do special moves for all of them no more.
No, I mean the starters.
Yeah, even the starters.
Just the starting 3.
Even
like,
that's difficult these days.
Like, some of them had their moves animated and some of them didn't. So they just literally didn't finish their homework before handing it in.
I think I don't blame them necessarily that people made it. I blame Nintendo for pushing it.
Yeah.
Or Game Freak for pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was not ready, and they were really pushing that shit out.
Yeah, and to do that many mainline games at the same time, like, you're having to drastically split things.
It was just a bad idea. It was a bad idea when I heard of it.
Yep.
I was like, no, you shouldn't do 3 Pokemon games in a year. Apparently, like, the remake of whatever the fuck that one was, I forget, Sapphire? It was a fucking mess!
Yeah. And now this new one is gonna be the, like the Arceus style in a different time kind of thing. And they're setting it in the city that in that game would fucking fuck up if you tried to go save in it. So, I don't have high expectations.
That was also, like, I think it's one of, like, the least popular fucking Pokemon games ever.
Yeah. But yeah, and I know that, like, yeah, it's made for kids and all that, but that argument doesn't hold weight when it's just not made.
No, I don't want emojis on emotes.
Orangey, TNT sizer. Roll the robot. Want the next Pokemon to be running the daycare. I don't care about you fucking idiots that go out and fight. Or be a Pokemon researcher.
Yeah, I would really like not mainline combat-oriented Pokemon games.
Yeah. Just literally anything. Do anything in the Pokemon universe. You made this cool world with all this build-up. Do anything else in it. They're still, like, in that lawsuit with Power World, so...
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm. Here recently there was a thing, because, like, obviously people are keeping a big eye on it, so anytime something new comes up, and Power World is like, okay, well, if you're using this patent to try and go after us for our stuff, then you would also need to go after all these other big name things. You'd have to go after Halo, you'd have to go after Lara Croft, like, so it's basically just showing that yes, you are being shitty about this and you only got these patents in Japan to try and go after us after we got popular.
which is dumb, because people don't even really care about it that much more anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, it probably still has a steady player base, but, like...
Yeah, but it's not, like, in the news.
Yeah. It's not taking over the entirety of Twitch kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, they were successful, and I'm glad for it, because they literally found a niche that wasn't being taken care of and did it. So that's what we keep saying we really want these game companies to do, and someone did it. So good on them. You know, Balatro being such a weird and wild thing is entirely because, you know, that was an unfilled niche. Now roguelikes are having kind of a second renaissance again. There's a Balatro blowing up, all these other people are making a bunch of other ones. Like,
did roguelikes ever go out of stuff?
No, but they had like a big wave of them, and then it kind of died down because like it takes a while to make a good roguelike.
Mm-hmm. Well, also Hades came out.
Yeah.
The newer Hades.
Mm-hmm. And so like, you know, there was a big blast of stuff, and then it kind of cools down for a bit, and then that comes out and comes back for a bit. So, but
Skull to the Lamb came out at the time of Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of big update.
So then, like, now, you know, there's, like, Balatro, and there's been, like, the what's his name? Like, something's numbers or something like that. And there's, like, chess, and there's Blueprints, which is a puzzle roguelike.
Yeah, I actually watched Yahtzee's review of it.
Oh, what do you say about it?
He liked it, though it did have problems.
Yeah.
But it was one of those games, like, you get really obsessed with.
Yeah. Because especially, like, the one thing I saw was talking about it was, like, you know, you can have puzzles that you're trying to solve, but also you can have things that are clearly meta progression puzzles. So that's a whole different type of puzzle to solve. So, like, it's neat. I'm not sure it would be my bag, but I could definitely
I put
see
it on
being
wish
enjoyed.
list, so if it gets cheap, I'll probably check it out.
Okay.
I thought the concept was interesting, and the
Yeah.
story might be neat, but...
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know the story. I have been, like, completely away from the story at all, so I don't know what the story is like. But I could totally see that being something that would have, like, a really good story and being, like, addictive as shit. That's another thing too, like, it depends on, like, the roguelike. So, like, some of them have to have a good story. Some of them have to have a good game mechanic. And I think if you don't have one, you need the other.
You need the drive that keeps you going through the roguelike.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep going through the areas that you fight and get the meta progression of.
Yeah.
Or however you do meta progression, do the puzzles. You need something to drive you to go back in there.
Yeah, like with Skull, that's you're doing, like, as you're doing the runs, you are also unlocking more of the story, and you're getting currency for meta progression and stuff. So it's got a good reason to go back doing the routes.
Hades basically rewards you every time you die in both games.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, this is kind of weird, because, like, her thing is, like, more, you know, egregious than things that Zagreus was doing, but then as I got through, I was like, oh wait, no, that's her character development.
Yeah.
She needs to calm the fuck down. And you can't just solve all your problems yourself. You have to, like, you can only, like, keep chipping away at them motherfuckers. You can't actually kill the god of time, I'm sorry.
Not yet. That's the other thing too, like, you know, because early access has become such a big thing, some of them get a lot more leeway than they really should for, like, a lot of games. You know, case in point, Pokemon, like, they get way more leeway than they should, because it's like, oh yeah, we'll just patch it later. It's like, will you? We don't necessarily assume that to be true nowadays.
Hades, I know, just did, we're gonna add more content later.
Mm-hmm.
They basically did what most games do these days. They don't do early access anymore. They're just like, we're out, here's our roadmap.
Yeah. that is early access has been in name only, but
yeah.
like for some of them, I find that fine because like they'll at least have it be complete enough, and then it's just adding more stuff to it.
Yeah, Hades had like some unfinished artwork and shit like that, and some characters weren't in yet. But everything was working.
Yeah.
It was just there was missing content, more or less, and some stuff was still sketchy.
What's his name? The one guy that still has no face.
Oh, Narcissus.
Narcissus.
That's funny though. They should keep him like that. That's really fucking funny.
I just think that's fucking funny as shit. Of course, he's the most beautiful man you've ever known. Have you seen him? And it's just like blank face.
I love how she stonewalls his ass.
Good.
It's so fucking funny.
Yes, give Narcissus nothing.
Look, I know you're in love with me. I'm really not. Oh.
Oh. That's fair.
No. He doesn't believe her.
Yeah. Meanwhile, literally everyone else who knows that she's a lesbian. Really? Really?
I don't know, she just doesn't really seem to have any interest.
Yeah, I don't think she cares. She might be ace, who knows? Who cares?
There's definitely some people who have interest in her, but they don't really have a dating system set up yet or anything. So she kind of just has to turn everyone down.
It would be funny if she actually was ace.
That would be nice.
Because, you know, like
I
a
could
god.
use more ace characters.
You know, gods exemplify and amplify human everything, both good and the bad, so that'd be really funny if one was ace. Because they're always usually like, gods are super lusty, you know, like Zeus.
He's also just an asshole.
He is. You know, the extremes of humanity. He's a cunt. Do.
I think the only reason we find like Zeus's lust to be kind of weird is because we have like the Christian god that's supposed to be perfect. But most gods throughout time are not meant to be perfect.
True.
They were just meant to be things you talked about, reasons for things, stories you told.
I just think he's neat. But yeah, I agree. We expect it to be perfection, and having it be messy is different.
It's very weird for us. I think that's why like a bunch of kids probably get that interest in it growing up, because like they're told gods are like the Christian god, and here's this extremely flawed group of gods. That's very interesting to kids. They don't really do it with like the Egyptian gods though.
Yeah. Well, you know, it might just be because here in the States we don't have as much exposure to it.
Japan likes it.
Oh yeah.
Japan loves to do that.
Thought is in everything.
Yeah. They just like them.
He's just me.
It's a little ghost one, right? I like that.
Yeah.
He's so cute. I see what he's Kawaii desu. He's just like a little K-pop prince. He's like a Fresno Nightcrawler, but thick. He's cute! Fight me.
Bah.
Don't fight me. What he said.
You would be upsetting spaghetti.
You can't find me anyway. You would feel bad.
I would. I'm easily defeated by my own morals.
That's also true. But also you just love me. Hurrah!
Behold, a little shiver. Good. I said, behold.
Holding his dick.
Also room. Nari, that seems like a pretty easy ask. Yeah, you small eater.
They know.
They know.
They don't top with it, so who cares?
Yeah.
I was thinking like when they become full god, not infant baby stinky man god, they would, instead of being the god of death, they would more preach about like living a good life that has a proper ending and what makes it worth it. So they kind of become like the god of life instead of the god of death necessarily, but they still do all the same stuff. It's just interpreted different.
God of a life well lived.
Yeah. Death is the bookend of a life well led. It makes that life worth it instead of just being immortal forever. Otherwise, nothing would be worth anything because you would have all the time in the world to experience everything.
Hells.
And no one would be alive with you anymore. And that's what Uin pushes. And then Narinder would like start to represent, since they work with them all the time, like he'd be like the person who ferries you away. He'd be more like Sharon than anything.
Yeah.
And then their little baby would be Death. The princess!
Yeah. She's doing, what is it? Flaying the unbelievers.
Yay! She can't help that she's adorable.
She learned how to flay. I learned how to flay. We're gonna go peel a heretic.
I can promise you this is done by AI. An idiot.
No.
It's me. I am the idiot. Oh, you know we're both idiots. Don't
Yeah.
even lie.
I always like that one person's thing that was like, how do you find a style for yourself? You try to do other people's style, and you fuck it up. And you keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you figure out your own thing.
It's also good to examine stuff in real life. Like, styles are great because they can inspire you to what you want to do. But you should also, like, study things in real life because then you'll figure out the things that you want to emphasize and the things that you want to omit, maybe, and the things that you want to keep, but in certain ways. Especially with, like, cartoony styles, like how I do, it's basically all what you intend to keep.
Yeah.
And you have to learn what to keep and what not to keep. And that will affect, like, how your stuff works way more than your skill level. Because that is a skill level within itself. It's like that one post that went around for a bit that was, like, the super detailed, realistic art, and then, like, a sketch of the kid from Winnie the Pooh, and it was like, this person is the real talent you should be scared of.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That's still, you know, that's the one guy that worked on the, doing like the little thing on the chalkboard. It's like, you can do all this work and put in all this effort, or I can sit there and do this and I've made the one character. Done. 3 lines, I'm out.
Yeah, since we only have 110 left, I'm gonna drop it in there.
I think one of the things that I most appreciate is that there's so many different styles, because I do like to look at some of the stuff for, like, I'll look at one person's art for entirely different reasons than I'll look at the other ones. You know, I sent the one to you because, like, their ability to just do such simple stuff was really impressive, because, like, you have almost nothing on the page, yet you have clearly created everything you wanted to. And that's awesome.
It's a skill set. It's what I'm working towards, but I don't got it yet. But I'm working on it.
That's growth.
You know what that is? Growth.
And, like, you know, I like seeing the way different people will pick what they want to emphasize as well.
That's what style is, really.
Because, like, for, like, you know, if they're an artist that I follow because, like, their coloring is really cool, things like that. Like, they'll emphasize the light of the scene, the color palette that they're going for, that kind of jazz. You know, like, Phil Tomato will just drown the scene in so much other stuff that really builds up the whole.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Good, I don't have to add you after the thing.
Yeah. Be no
Less work for me. Hooray! I still want to draw them like as a Cult of the Lamb character.
What?
Because they're a little goat.
I mean, that definitely.
That's immediately where my brain went. Like, now they want like a basic bus, so.
Yeah.
No. It's not a basic bus. It's okay.
Little character with a little speech bubble like it's a dating sim. Lamb was also in.
They should make a dating sim.
I'm really surprised they only showed up in that one. Remember, he was the guest character in the one thing with all the little people holding him up.
Yeah, that was so fucking funny. That still makes me laugh every time I see it, I swear. Because it's the fact that, like, they're hitting on you, but they're hitting on you and they have, like, their entire fucking cult, like, literally holding them up by their feet and behind them. Like, it's so fucking funny. It just makes me so fucking...
Yeah.
It like, makes me laugh every time, because, like, there's something about that when you, like, add that little extra bit of character.
Yeah.
That always just, like, hits me in the, like, art enthusiasm. Like, my art heart just goes, whee! It makes my art heart go dookie dookie.
Yeah, because, like, that's silly.
Yeah.
And, like...
Well, it's odd, like, anything, really, like, just something that's, you know this character and you added it in. You understood this character, you understood this assignment and did extra work.
Yep.
Because they didn't need to do that, they just could have popped him in there, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. But they're like, let's make him, like, literally be held up by his minions.
Yeah. That's why I appreciate when Arknights does their stuff, because the Arknights crossovers, like, they know the character.
Yeah, and I like that.
Like, they do them so well, and the first one that I saw was the Rainbow Six Siege one, and that was fucking hilarious and really well done, very good to the characters and everything. And then the Dungeon Meshi one was also solid. Like, the people involved in Arknights just objectively like Dungeon Meshi.
I kind of wonder if anything got fired.
Probably. It felt like it.
What's really impressive is that it works so well on both ends.
Yeah.
That's the impressive part.
Like, it fits in with Arknight's world. It fits the characters well. They're not like... It's not like an AU or something like that. It is objectively just, these characters are here. It's perfectly reasonable in both the dungeon and in Arknights.
Yeah. That's surprisingly hard to do, because you know the people writing either care about one or the other.
Right.
The Arknight writers probably care about the Arknight characters, and the content creator probably cares about their content, so to have them mesh so well was really impressive.
Yeah.
She was probably a fan of Arknights.
I can see that. Why did you finish the manga? I wanted to go play Baldur's Gate.
You know what, Based?
Remember that one where it was like all the different elf characters from different things, like Asterion and stuff?
Yeah, and it was like Solace is here.
And it's just Egg.
Eggman.
Just puts so much effort into all of the other ones, but Solace is just
Like, and some people like Solace. I don't know why, but some do.
Girl was not impressed by Eggman.
I wasn't either. I fucking hate him. He's fucking racist, too.
Some people...
He would only date you if you were an elf.
Like, some people either super...
Oh no, yeah, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
The only thing I think about it is like, oh, this is like 70% of my power. It doesn't look that good.
Yeah, I've only ever seen people like...
Why would I hang out with him when I have Iron Bull?
True. But people either like love him to no end, like, well, he's done nothing wrong, I'll go to the ends of the world for him, or just fucking hate his ass.
No, he's done everything wrong. Fuck that guy. He's not even like fun evil. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
He's just a racist asshole who thinks his racist assholeness is better than everyone else's.
I liked that one chick and the one that had the blood magic. I thought she was adorable.
She was okay. Yeah, she was okay. I'm not a huge fan.
True, because you're also about him.
Shut up.
She's tiny and you just want to give her a little head pat. That's what she is. She's the epitome of tiny. She's so small. And then there's Iron Ball. Just want to flap his titties.
Oh, Iron Bull is sexy as balls. You're all Iron Bull sexual.
It's true.
Including Dorian. The worst thing about that game is that my favorite characters were Dorian and Iron Bull, because you can't date Varric, who's everyone's favorite, and everyone would fuck. But if you don't date either of them, which of course I wanted to date one or the other, they'll get together.
Good.
And it's like, no! I want y'all to be together, but I also want to fuck one of y'all.
But I also want to be the middle of that sandwich.
Yeah. That one was honestly the best one, and I don't really want to play anymore because I think it's going to go downhill.
Yeah. I'm sorry they don't have the taint anymore.
That was fun though. I know it was some horror inside.
Yeah.
You know, that is one sad thing. Like I actually really like the veil or whatever in that and how magic works. It's surprisingly eldritch, and I dig it.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish they'd just make a horror game.
Yeah, you also don't get a lot of horror fantasy. It's not
Which is weird, because fantasy, like, should be horrific.
Yeah.
Just period. You could argue that, like, Cthulhu and shit is horror fantasy.
Yeah.
But it's kind of considered its own thing.
Right. But
If anything, it's kind of considered science fiction, despite the fact that it's, like, magic and stuff, usually.
There was, like, you know, I've told you before about the alternate World War II one where they had they had the magic system and stuff like that, and so like the nuke was figuring out that you could use people as a power source.
But it snoots. All the furries be finding me, and I'm like,
Snooters.
I need your snoots. I don't fucking know.
And you're a snooter.
By studying people. It's like when Melissa was like, I want to do the calendar this time with dragons. And I was like, quadruped dragons? Yeah, I draw pinup women. Like, and men sometimes. I only know how to draw, like, humanoid mofos. I don't know how to draw quadrupeds. Not 13 of them.
You are getting kind of forced into practice of it.
I don't want to. Not to mention the size difference. I'm all for size difference, but some of y'all don't realize that you can't fit both them fuckers on the same page without not being able to see one of them.
The origami and just physics.
The actual posing, like, is not... I mean, it's difficult to, like... That's the thing, they're just so big. I can't get them into the shot.
Right.
Unless they're just, like, a little cock sleeve, and you're, like, 12 feet away.
Yeah.
And then you might as well just have their dick out, I guess. It's so annoying. And it's all Lloyd's fault.
That's fair.
I blame him entirely. He keeps asking me to size different shit. And then, like, they get pissy if you can't see, like, the whole thing. They don't get pissy, but they want to see, like, the whole body. And I'm like, you can see the whole body, but you ain't gonna see that person they fucking. Because they're, like, 5 stories below them. I'm sorry. I can't see you from the top of the Empire State Building.
Empire State Building.
Did I say entire?
No, I do.
Okay.
That's a new thing.
Okay. I was wondering if I messed it up.
No, that's a new thing.
I'm using.
Yeah, you are. You're a fight, but
Thank you, sweetie.
you make me happy. Guys are great.
These guys are gay.
They're always gay.
That's true.
So you always make me happy.
There you go. Solve the problem.
You did.
You're a goat.
I like
Greatest of all time.
I like the strange eyes.
There's like a word for those, but I forget what it is.
Yeah. I just know goat eyes.
I do think they're pretty cool. It's just like octopus eyes. There's something about humanness to it.
Yeah. By purity?
Something like that. I'm like curious.
I mean, that's the way of a lot of writing. Plus, like, if you're having fun doing it, and you are doing it the way you want to do it, why do you care? Like, that should be the only thing that concerns you. Beyond that, you're having fun. Be cringe. I mean, a cringe-ass hate lord can be fucking creator of one of the, like, largest, series in the world, a person who's not a hateful asshole can make their own stuff and not care.
I'm fine with being cringe. Don't worry about my art being bad all the time. Especially after that One Piece fan art. Like, isn't my art the worst in this section?
No, it's very recognizable. They knew, like...
I know, but I was just thinking, like, they're imitating my art, and my art, like, looks really bad compared to the rest of these.
It did not.
And I wanted to cry.
I did not think that was the intent at all, and I don't think it was.
I know, and it wasn't their fault. It was just my thought process.
As the usual, I'm going to say, that's wrong!
I'm sorry.
Because they didn't.
I can't help it.
I know. But it's good to, like, it's good to notice that thought, but it's also good to counter it. Like, do the next step.
I'm still gonna draw, it's not gonna stop me.
Okay. But,
It
like...
can't, it physically can't.
You'll kill your Miku. But, like, honestly, from what I saw of it, it really seemed like they really liked your style because they paid a lot of attention to it. Like, doing the shine on the places that you do your shading and things like that. That is a specific detail that you wouldn't care about unless you actually cared about that character design and how you do your art.
I know, the fact they did it so well, especially against all those other people's, and so, like, correct to my style. I just noticed, like, how weak it looks against everybody else's.
Well, why would you think that?
Because I think it looks weak.
It's two cakes. It's different. You can have, like, Garfield is still around, and Garfield is a simple-ass motherfucker.
I don't mean that. I mean, it's the thing that would be very hard to explain. I should have wrote it up my head.
No, it's not that.
I need to struggle.
But yes, I think from my perspective, they just actually really liked yours.
Yeah, they did a good job. This isn't necessarily about that. This is about me seeing my art compared to other people's and thing. And it got me a little down. Because it looked weak compared to them. Like I was a lot younger than them or something. When I'm probably older than all of them.
You're older than everyone.
That's
Except for
true.
people that you're not older than. You're older than you've ever been. Now you're getting older.
I've always had this like self-consciousness, like I wouldn't share my age online because I always thought I was not as far along as I wanted to be, and I was starting to get over that, and now it's coming back, I guess. Yeah, but I feel like I haven't lived up to the level of art I should have at this age.
There are so many people who cannot even do their art as anything.
Yeah, but again, this is about how I feel about the quality. This is about how much money I make, or if people like it or not. It's how I see it. Again, I probably shouldn't have just started this on stream.
Nah, it's
At least maybe some baby artists will know that even someone they look up to feels self-conscious about their shit.
yeah.
I hope.
Everybody's human.
And I'm probably just going through the,
No, it's Dunning-Kruger.
yeah, I'm at the higher point of the Dunning-Kruger, and now I'm looking at my stuff and thinking it's not that great, because that's how Dunning-Kruger fucking works. Which means I probably actually am going to look back at my art at this time and think it looks fucking amazing. And I'm gonna look at art I like and think it looks like fucking shit. That's usually how it works. Every few years.
I saw one artist post a thing, and it was like them looking at their art, and it's like fucking mistake, fucking mistake, fucking mistake, actual moment of possible brilliance, good enough, fucking mistake, fucking mistake.
Yeah.
No, it reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much the experience of art, yeah. I would agree. Hundo.
You've broken it down to its base elements.
If you showed me any picture, I would probably say the exact same damn thing.
Yeah. Back in the day when I did RPs and stuff, it's the same fucking thing. You're like, I could have done this so much better afterward. Because like you never get the I could have done this so much better while you're fucking doing it.
Really? Because I get that all the fucking time. I'm having that right the fuck now. I am actively in that mindset.
Okay, well the rest of us. But like, that's always the way. Like you'll see your stuff and be like, fuck, I could have done this so much better. I think that's just part of being human. Unless you run a podcast.
I don't know, I'm sure people in podcasts think that. I've never had a podcast. I can barely talk as is. You want me to talk to people?
The only person you have to talk to is me.
I refuse.
Oh. That's fair. I'm gonna go pee.
Have a good pee. Go piss, girl.
I have a podcast about smooching my wifey.
You're the only white male around who don't, so...
Did you see that one thing that was like, the tariffs are really gonna affect middle-aged white men a lot, and it was like audio equipment, camera equipment.
I think it's gonna affect everybody a lot, and in a lot worse way than fucking equipment.
It was the joke, because it was all the stuff you do to run a podcast.
Oh, okay. My fill tool hates me. Just gonna fill the back of this with something. No. I just like telling you no, it's funny.
There you go. I haven't even done anything yet.
But you will.
I mean, yeah, now I'm done.
Exactly.
God.
So I do not feel guilty at all?
What if I make cute little eyes at you? That work?
No. I am not persuaded by eyes. I'm persuaded by chocolate. I don't think either of these are milk. I don't know if there is one, it's this one. It's the lighter. Milk with nuts. Cheese is how you get white woman.
Yeah.
You just put some cheese out.
Some Swiss for the wife.
Yay!
She loves Swiss, y'all.
It's the better cheese. I don't make the rules.
She had Swiss on her little omelet today. It was Swiss cheese, and eggies, and potato slices, and chicken. This was a fajita. Wasn't sizzling though when it came out on the skillet.
What?
Because it was on a skillet, but it wasn't sizzling. The fajita.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand what you said in the first place.
Ah.
My bad.
I said it wasn't sizzling though.
Okay. You can tell I draw anime and not furries.
You're gonna draw anime.
Melissa said my style wasn't very anime, which is weird because my art teacher told me that all the damn time.
Yeah. cartoony.
Oh yeah.
I guess it'd be splitting hairs, but...
Bugs Bunny?
That's good. That's a good joke. I think the Looney Tunes should take over, or get taken over by the Muppets. True. I thought
Muppets are owned by Disney now. Maybe they didn't do enough of it. Happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only been so many like mega corporations that are gonna buy something. Well, I was thinking Muppets was on HBO, but I was thinking. Is HBO Disney?
Probably.
Yeah. Don't actually know. It's like Warner Brothers owns half of everything too. Still not much to take. They like your style. They think you're cool.
No.
Well, I do.
Thank you, sweetie. I would hope so. You're married to me, ass.
Yeah, well, I could be a mediocre white guy.
Could you?
Yeah. I was gonna literally go burp 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 burp. I hate my wife and I'm boring, but
Exactly.
felt
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it. Stars.
not aligned. Too gay.
Yeah.
This was the toned down version of the interactions with these three. They lied, lying. Actually.
No. I can tell you no. If an artist tell you it's toned down, oh,
Yeah.
it was spicy.
The secret drawer with the actual not toned down version.
Well, they wouldn't have made the whole thing.
Yeah.
Too much.
Unless you're like the Poppy Opossum artist, in which case they just make a second blog for their spicy stuff. I'm glad that they're like doing their own thing and able to just do the stuff they want to do, kind of thing. They said, you know, the way they made it sound, they sound like they were kind of trapped doing that Poppy Opossum comic. They just weren't enjoying it.
Is that popular? I
Poppy?
don't mean that in a mean way.
No, I mean, like, it was popular enough that that was the only thing they were doing, but it became the only thing they were doing, kind of deal.
I was just wondering if it was like because people wanted it, or because sometimes artists will get like stuck on a thing, like I have to do this,
No,
and then like no one actually cares.
no, they made it sound like they weren't able to do the other stuff that they wanted to do because they were spending all their time working on Poppy, and because that was the only way that they were doing anything to, like, that was their money, like that was their job, was making the Poppy kind of thing.
Okay, so it probably was the thing. Here's a signer Zetsubo Sensei about like obligations that no one actually gives two fucks about, but you still do them. And one of the examples was, yeah, our doujinshi girl actually does art for a local, you know, 4-coma in the newspaper. She's just like, I have to do it. It's like, but no one actually even reads it.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that, especially like
Yeah.
obligated to do stuff with the family. You know,
Yeah.
Then you're like, but are you obligated? You can just leave. Well, he was obligated. He just left anyways. I don't really want to visit my parents.
I mean, you can just say you can't really afford it.
Yeah. I don't want to go down to Texas. I don't want to deal with that.
If you need to, though, I'll go with you.
They are in my life as much as I want them to be. So I'll put that.
At least you're in contact with him. I wasn't in contact with my dad. You're doing better than he was.
Yeah.
I don't know why it does that. I have tried everything to figure it out, but the only thing that seems to fix it is just tapping it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's honestly probably like driver lag or something.
So, but tapping it fixes it, so.
Yep.
Maybe if you get a new computer in another year, maybe it'll happen. Who knows? I don't know.
Drivers are so fucking esoteric. I don't understand it at all.
Alright, that's the last one. Woo! All the 10s are done. Let's get everything organized. I gotta remember to do that 40 next week. I forgot this week.
Mm-hmm.
Because all we got left is 20, so.
Mm-hmm. So knock out the 140 and then it's just 20s downhill.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Making good progress. I hope Doom gave himself a day to rest after doing a 24-hour thing. Never know with Doom. Oh yeah, I was gonna follow that a little bit later. I'll check on him.
Well, like,
Yeah, because he was
I don't know if he necessarily wanted me to share that, so.
no, because he was gonna go after his stream ended. He was gonna go out with his dad to eat, but we had talked about maybe like playing some Adriatic or something.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of something entirely different.
No, I was just gonna check and see if he,
I do share things with my husband.
because he did also,
He's the only guy I know.
but he did also say that he might just go fucking take a nap.
That's
So
a good idea. Go fucking take a nap. I love naps.
he might have just fucking napped. Which guy's based?
Naps are great. We should all do more naps.
Designated nap time during the day for everyone. Some countries do that.
Is that a siesta?
Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be all for tonight. I'll see y'all next weekend with the 20s and the extra 40. Y'all have a good day. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.